but it may be one step away from where he finished last year and kind of return to form of who he is. Velocity ticked up, so we think he's a mile or two away from what he did at the end of last year. The breaking ball still, the thing's got to come along probably a little sharper, a little deeper, a little more down out of the hand and mirror, share space, tone with the fastball a little better. Actually had a good changeup. I thought his changeup, maybe his third pitch, probably elevated to the second pitch last week. Got some outs, got some use with it. Leverage counts a little bit maybe when he got behind. So that's nice to see the changeup coming, but a little sharper breaking ball, another tick with the fastball. He did throw his longest outing of the year last week. Of his career for us, I think 4 innings. So that's positive. Can he go duplicate that again? They're going to distract him a little bit more. You know, with him being left-handed, hopefully that's something that he can do. I think he had a first move steal or two last week with UAB that he executed pretty good. So, but they're going to fight to distract him while he's trying to continue to grow and get better. But another 4 or 5 innings from him would be another step and go a long way to helping us get off to a good start tonight.
Tonight marks 12 of the last 15 on the road and the last 8 games on the road. And Auburn has been very successful. A chance to be 9-3 in that span. What have you learned about your ball club with this tough stretch of baseball and knowing that you still got Georgia at home to wrap up the season?
Yeah, I just know we're growing. We just keep taking them as training exercises. I mean, we got such a large number of freshmen and sophomores. How do we not see this as growth and training and what we're supposed to be doing? These guys are pretty committed to their craft, and we've just tried to sell a message to our coaches to, like, let's keep these guys in training. You know, this ain't about all these thousands of fans we've been playing in front of. This is about the growth and development of everybody on our team. And we've been present in that. We've done well in that. We've excelled in that, actually. So I know we don't always get the results that you want, but this has been a good run, and we got sincere growth, and hopefully that growth has made everybody better ball players. A lot of these young guys, they've now seen things for the first time that they can bank as experience, and I sure hope they can use that against a great week of baseball like this ahead of them.
Wish you all the best tonight. War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Hey, Tiger fans, it's college baseball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Backwards K's and Barn Burners. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this postseason. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Auburn baseball games or to any other live event in Auburn, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Auburn Tiger baseball. Let's go, Tigers. SeatGeek.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. The CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
The starting lineups are presented by Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
All right, we will start with Jacksonville State. Steve Beazer and the Gamecocks are 40-11 on the year. And here is the lineup for the home team here tonight. Jackson Pate, is the center fielder. He will lead things off for the Gamecocks. Batting second, the regular starter at short, Caleb Johnson. Hitting and playing third is Trey King. The catcher is Grayson Ash. He will hit cleanup. Brady Thomas, the designated hitter, hits fifth. And hitting sixth at second base, it's Cooper Blauser. Trey Majette gets his fifth start of the season tonight. He's in right field batting seventh. Orlando Pena, the first baseman, hits eighth. And rounding out the order for Jacksonville State is the left fielder, Luke Williams. Again for the Gamecocks, it's Pate, Johnson, King, Ash, Thomas, Blauser, Majette, Pena, and Williams. Now for the Auburn Tigers, Butch Thompson's squad, 35-15 on the season. Mason McCrane is in right field leading off. Batting second and playing third, it's Eric Guevara. Hitting third in left field, Bub Terrell. Terrell hitting third tonight. The second baseman, Chris Rembert, is the cleanup hitter. Ethan Bingaman at first base bats fifth. Hitting sixth, the DH, it's Eddie Madrigal. Brandon McCrane starts at short and hits seventh. Lucas Steele does the catching tonight. He will bat eighth. And batting ninth in center field, it's Bristol Carter. Chase Freilich suffered a slight heel bruise in the finale against Mississippi State, and so he is not in the lineup tonight for the Tigers. Again, it's McCrane, Guevara, Terrell, Rembert, Bingaman, Madrigal, McCrane, Steele, and Carter for the Tigers. If you're looking for pregame activities, we invite you to check out the website, opelikaunforgettable.com. You can check out the stay and play options there at opelikaunforgettable.com with outstanding hotels and unique restaurants, a distillery, breweries, lots of shopping options. And don't forget a visit to Opelika's historic downtown entertainment district. Next game, pregame in Opelika. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Final midweek of the regular season. Everybody plays Thursday, Friday, Saturday coming up this weekend, and there are only 3 other games on the docket tonight. Kentucky and Northern Kentucky were canceled. The other 3 games that'll take place, Ole Miss will host Tennessee Martin. That's a game that'll get underway here in about 5 minutes in Oxford. And then already underway in Knoxville, Tennessee leads Belmont 5-1. They're in the bottom of the 7th there. And in the bottom of the 2nd in Columbia, South Carolina hosting Winthrop. Winthrop managed 3 hits through the first 2 innings, but no runs across. They're scoreless in that matchup. We are getting set here for the national anthem, and then the second half of this home-and-home series between Auburn and Jacksonville State is a magnificent night for baseball, and the crowd continues to file in. I mean, it's going to be standing room only. Concourses are packed. See a lot of youth baseball jerseys, plenty of red for sure, but plenty of orange and blue dotting that crowd as well, and a lot of kids at the ballpark tonight to check it out. Even the cocky corner down the right field line where Auburn would, where you'd see the K corner for Auburn. They call that cocky corner here at Rudy Abbott Field, and they are filling in there as well. So we'll take a final pregame timeout, and when we come back, we'll talk a little more about the pitching matchup. We'll set the Jacksonville State defense, and we'll get things going. Ryan Garrity, who picked up his only win of the season, he's 1-1 on the year. That win came in a 2-inning effort at Plainsman Park a couple of months ago. He gets the start for the Gamecocks again tonight. We'll give you his numbers, we'll set their defense, and we'll get this game underway after one final pregame timeout. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Enjoy baseball and softball season on the Plains with live sports radio. Presented by Alpha Insurance. Auburn Sports Network broadcasts are available with no delay at both Plainsman Park and Jane B. Moore Field. Every grand slam, stolen base, and strikeout. Yours with no delay. Look for the live sports radio kiosk around the ballpark. Live sports radio lets you take the broadcast with you at every football game. Plus, home men's and women's basketball games, baseball, and softball. Live sports radio. Presented by Alpha Insurance.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs, So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
All right, we're getting ready for baseball here at Rudy Abbott Field. Auburn and Jacksonville State, a matchup of a couple of teams that are absolutely headed to regional play, and a really good test for Auburn tonight. Jacksonville State beat Auburn back at Plainsman Park a couple of months ago, and this is a Jack State team that has won Conference USA. They will go somewhere for regional play, and could be a big problem for somebody in regional play. They're about ready to take the field in their home white jerseys. Ryan Garrity is the starting pitcher. He is a junior right-hander, 6'1", 200 pounds, from Mundelein, Illinois, and a transfer from Wichita State. Garrity on the year 1-1, 14 appearances, 12 in relief. This is his third start of the year, 1-1 with a 6.37 earned run average. Garrity has thrown 29 2/3 innings, given up 28 hits, 24 runs, 21 of them earned. He's walked 22 and struck out 35. He's hit 7 batters, thrown 5 wild pitches, and teams are batting .241 against Ryan Garrity. Against Auburn earlier this year, he earned a win in his first start of the season. He pitched 2 innings, no runs, no hits allowed. He walked 1 batter and struck out 6 in 2 innings of work, threw 40 pitches, and was dominant in that outing back at Plainsman Park. Defensively behind him, it's Luke Williams in left, Jackson Pate in center, Trey Majette in right field. Along the infield, Trey King is at third, Caleb Johnson at short, Cooper Blauser at second, Orlando Pena at first, Grayson Ash behind the plate. Johnson and Blauser, one of the top middle infield duos that you'll find around this region. They've done a really good job, and together, Johnson and Blauser have started 99 games this year. Only 3 times have one of the two not been in there in the starting lineup. All right, talking just about done. McCrane, Guevara, Terrell to try to get it started tonight offensively for the Tigers. Here to tell you the story, get it started for you, the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
All right, Brad, thank you very much. And the first pitch weather forecast brought to you by Jackson Services. When your comfort quits, Jackson Services shows up. Heating, air, and plumbing done right the first time. Family owned since 1973. Call Jackson Services today. Feel the difference. Jackson Services, delivering comfort, creating trust. 76 degrees at game time tonight. Wind out of the southeast, 7 miles per hour, and partly cloudy skies overhead. Jacksonville State, the home white uniforms, tops and bottoms, red numerals and lettering, red ball caps, and it's a red bill with a white cap. Auburn, the road gray trousers, orange jerseys, blue numerals and lettering on the back, and the blue script Auburn across the front. Tigers with the blue ball caps and bills tonight, the orange AU across the front. And Mason McCrane will lead it off for Auburn. He'll be followed by Eric Guevara and Bub Terrell tonight. Chase Fralick not in the lineup. He did go through batting practice, could be used as a pinch hitter tonight. A slight heel bruise for the Auburn catcher. McCrane will lead it off. Third baseman comes in, and the first pitch from Garrity is a fastball that misses outside. Fastball, slider, and change for this number 4 pitcher out of the state of Illinois, an all-stater in his senior year at Mundelein. Here's the wind and the 1-0. Swing, line drive into center field, right at the center fielder. He's there to make the catch, Pate. Ball was hit well, but right at the center fielder for the first out of the inning. And we're underway. Big crowd on hand for this, as Brad mentioned. There's very few seats still available, and folks are standing in the aisles for this one tonight between a pair of top 25 teams. Auburn as high as number 4, Jacksonville State as high as number 24 in the country. And here's Eric Guevara, batting .354, 11 homers and 45 runs batted in for the Auburn third baseman. Wind in the pitch from Garrity. He shows bunt, pops it up foul back here. Well, that's something that Jacksonville State did early at Auburn. As a matter of fact, the first 2 of the night bunted for hits.
Yeah. I think it may have been the first 3, and then they hit a grand slam, and it was 4-0.
In a blink.
Mm-hmm.
King comes up even with the bag. I bet he comes in a little bit. Nope, he backs up at third base now. 0-1 the count to Guevara. Here's the wind and the pitch. Eric takes it inside. Umpires tonight, Christopher Judkins behind the plate, Kevin Spivey at first, Matthew Bates at second, and the crew chief is Reed Basner down at third. 1-1 to Guevara. Deep in the batter's box. Open stance from the right side for the Tigers. Here's the 1-1. Fouled off the right side and into the Jack State dugout. Everybody appears to be all right. A ball and 2 strikes. Carl Nonamaker coaches third for Auburn. And Sonny DeShera down at first. A ball and 2 strikes to Guevara. Garrity the wind and the 1-2. Swing on a high drive into deep right field. Majette goes back shy of the warning track, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
A couple of fly ball outs and not bad swings by Auburn early on. Not a lot of carry on the ball. It's 335 down the line in right, 380 to right center, 403 to straightaway center field, 375 to left center, 330 down the left field line.
And a lot of foul ground in and around this ballpark. Here's Bub Terrell with 2 outs and nobody on, and he swings and misses at the fastball.
Well-fed Bub Terrell.
He brought a lot of food out from the center field wall to the left field wall there at Duty Noble Field on Saturday night. Garrity the wind in the 0-1. Popped it up on the infield. Johnson, the shortstop, makes a final adjustment and makes the catch. 3 fly ball outs for Auburn in the first. 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers. Jacksonville State comes to the plate in the bottom of the first, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
There's Team Pride, and then there's Extra Tiger Pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Nothing for Auburn in the first inning, so Griffin Graves goes out there for the first time against the Jack State lineup. Pate, Johnson, and King, the first to face the junior left-hander. Griffin Graves out of Jackson, Tennessee, 5'10", 176-pounder. Graves 2-0 in 3 starts and 1 relief outing. That 1 relief outing was his debut against Jacksonville State back at Plainsman Park. 2-0 with a 4.66 earned run average, 9 2/3 innings for Graves, 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. Teams are hitting .242 against Griffin Graves. Did not face the Gamecocks his freshman or sophomore years, and then made his season debut back on April 7th against Jacksonville State. Went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 3 runs and a couple of walks, just 1 hit through 27 pitches in that outing. So 3 of the 5 runs he's allowed this year in those 4 appearances came in that debut against Jacksonville State. Pate, Johnson, and King to face Griffin Graves. Terrell in left, Carter in center, McCrane in right. Third to first, it's Guevara, McCrane, Rembert, and Bingaman, and Lucas Steele behind the plate.
Jackson Pate, the center fielder, is batting .360, a homer, 25 runs batted in, 9 stolen bases. And look how far Guevara is playing up. He is 15 feet on what would be the infield grass.
Yeah, he's about 40 feet down the line at third.
First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Graves, the lefty, against the lefty, Jackson Pate. Pitch inside, ball 2. Graves shakes off a sign from Lucas Steele behind the plate. Now the 2-0. Up and in, ball 3. All 3 pitches have been fastballs. They've all been up and in to the left-handed hitter. Griffin comes set, and the 3-0. And he missed high. And it's a 4-pitch walk to open a ball game for Jacksonville State. So Pate at first, 9 stolen bases in 14 attempts. And here comes Caleb Johnson, the shortstop. Right-handed hitter batting .306, 7 homers, 45 runs batted in, and 20 stolen bases this year for Jacksonville State. Pate, 9 stolen bases at first.
Eric Guevara has been motioning into the dugout for a rosin bag for Graves. He did that as soon as the at-bat was over. So Graves did not have one for that first, and the third baseman was looking out there like he needs his rosin bag. So they stop playing, they get him one. And Eric's going to stay right there on the edge of the green turf.
Not quite as far in as he was for
Right.
the Pate at-bat. Throw to first, runner is back.
Jacksonville State lost its first 2 games of the year to a Cincinnati team that has proven to be really good this year.
Beat Auburn in a midweek too.
Yeah. Since then, 4 of their losses have been close in-state games.
There's a ball inside and low to Caleb Johnson. Griffin trying to get a strike across right now. He comes set. And the pitch. Got the call on the outside corner. Up a little bit. A ball and a strike to Johnson. Guevara comes up at third. Holding the runner at first is Bingaman. Middle infielders looking for 2. The pitch. Johnson fouls it out of play off the right side.
Fastball at 92, and he brought it down a little bit.
On that pitch, though, both Rembert and Bingaman were playing even up in a double play stance. They were not playing back. They are now. A ball and 2 strikes to Johnson. Pate gets his lead at first. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Boy, Graves snapped off the curveball there. Dropped off the table. Really nice pitch. Showed him just about everything in the arsenal in that sequence.
First strikeout of the day for Graves and the Tigers. The K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. Here's Trey King. Left-hander hitting .341. Look where Guevara is, up with this left-handed hitter at the plate. And I mean way up at third base. Throw to first, runner back.
He's almost halfway up the line.
He
here.
is. King is batting .341, 3 homers and 34 runs batted in. Left-handed hitting third baseman, open stance from the left side. Stretch in the pitch. Watches it go outside on a slider. 1 ball and no strikes. Carter a couple steps into right center. Now the 1-0. Line drive above the Auburn dugout off the screen. A ball and a strike to Trey King. A leadoff walk to Pate on 4 pitches. Griffin fell behind Caleb Johnson 1-0, but then came back with strike 1, 2, and a 3 to get the first out. Pate with the lead at first, the stretch and the pitch. King takes strike 2 on the inside corner, 1-2 the count. And now the shift for the Tigers. Guevara, the only one on the left side of the infield, and Rembert 25 feet into the outfield. Here's the stretch and the 1-2. King swings and misses. That one just fell out of sight. Back-to-back strikeouts for Graves. 2 strikeouts on the night. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1.
It's like he just needed to get that first strike in there. He threw a slider for the first strike, and since then he's been able to land the fastball. He's gotten a swing and miss on a curve, and that one's sweeping away from King.
Here's Grayson Ash, catcher for Jacksonville State, batting .309, 7 homers and 53 runs batted in. Throw to first, and Pate is back. A leadoff walk to Pate, then back-to-back strikeouts of Johnson and King, and now Grayson Ash at the plate with a runner at first and 2 outs here in the first inning. Stretch in the pitch. Chopper foul. Off the top of the Auburn dugout and back onto the playing surface. Guevara now backs up with 2 outs. Playing at normal depth with 2 outs as he guards the line at third. Auburn holds Pate at first, the pitch. Swing line drive, base hit into right. Pate will hold up at second base. Going the opposite way, Grayson Ash, and runners at first and second with 2 outs for Jacksonville State.
It's a Jacksonville State team that hits .294. They slug .443. They have a team on base percentage of .401. They've scored 368 runs on the year. This can be and has been at times this year a pretty big offensive team.
94 stolen bases for this ball club as well. With Ash at first and Pate at second to 2 outs in the inning, and the DH Brady Thomas to the plate. Batting .295 with 6 homers, 26 runs batted in. Lefty and a big left-handed hitter up there with 2 down for Jacksonville State to pitch. Right down the middle with a fastball from Griffin Graves. Auburn thought his fastball was about a mile an hour quicker a week ago in that win at UAB. Stretch and pitch. Bunt, foul back here. Be ready, Brad. We could get one.
I think we could.
0-2 the count.
Now Griffin can do just about anything here. Look for the curve, look for the sweeper away, or try to jam him with a fastball in.
He's ahead, 0-2 the count. Pitch on the way to Thomas. Ground ball, base hit through the left side. They're going to try and score the runner. Up with it, Bub Terrell. Here comes the throw home. It's not in time. Back-to-back 2-out singles, and Jacksonville State takes the lead. Both going the opposite way.
Yeah, and he tried to jam him with the fastball. Didn't quite get it all the way to the inside corner. And Thomas really tall, really lean, able to get the hands in enough. And fastball at 92 that he hit the other way. And Jacksonville State, although Graves has settled in and is throwing more strikes, they pay off the 4-pitch walk to start the bottom of the inning.
27th RBI of the season for Brady Thomas, and here's Cooper Blauser. Batting .304 on the season, 4 homers, 47 runs batted in. First and second, 2 outs, the pitch. Blauser takes a strike on the outside corner at 86. A 2-out single to left by Grayson Ash has given Jack State the lead. Graves the stretch and the pitch. Blauser to the third baseman, Guevara will take it to the bag for the force, and the inning is over. Well, the walk comes back to haunt. The free base is the one that scores for Jacksonville State. A run, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We're through 1. Jacksonville State leads Auburn 1-0, and Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just non-stop action. The energy is electric, and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
1-0 Jack State as Auburn comes to the plate in the top of the second. Second inning presented by Auburn Bank. Champions of you. Tigers back at home for the final 3 games of the regular season starting Thursday night. 7 o'clock Thursday night, 7 o'clock Friday night, and 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon.
How are we there
I
already?
agree. SEC tournament starts next Tuesday in Hoover.
Yeah, a week from today they'll be underway.
Chris Rembert, Ethan Bingaman, and Eddie Madrigal for the Tigers in the second inning. Just 8 pitches for Ryan Garrity in the first.
Yeah, he got 3 fly balls, 3 pop-ups in the first inning. So we'll see if the middle 3 of the order can get more to the top of the baseball. That's something Gabe Gross likes to talk about with the guys. You hear it a bunch in batting practice. If you stand behind the turtle shell, get to the top of the baseball.
Chris Rembert at the plate for Auburn. He opened the scoring on Saturday with a solo home run to left in the third inning. Auburn never trailed after that point. Pitch on the way to Chris. Up and in for ball 1.
Started him with a changeup there at 79. Trying to take advantage of Chris being an aggressive swinger.
Garrity with the wind and the pitch. Fastball high. 89 on the fastball. 2-0 the count. It is a very small windup. See more and more pitchers using this now. 2-0 pitch. Rembert goes after one. Fastball that was up just a bit, and he fouls it back 2-1.
Yeah, UAB had a reliever last week who used the old school windup, the big over the head, full deal, and it was conspicuous because you just don't see much of it anymore.
2 balls and a strike now, the count to Rembert. He leads off the Auburn second. Tigers trail 1-0. The pitch. There's a base hit up the middle. No fly ball out for Chris Rembert. A solid single up the middle, and the Tigers have the leadoff man on base.
Yep, level swing, and he did just that. Instead of getting under it, he got to the top of the baseball, line drive back up the middle, what every hitter is trying to do when he gets up there.
I thought Auburn did that very well in the Saturday game.
Yeah.
Can remember big base hits by Guevara and Rembert, just right up the middle, where they gave it to him. All right, here's Ethan Bingaman. Pitch. Slider in there for a strike. Bingaman, the SEC co-freshman of the week.
Third time he's won that honor this year.
It's a good year for freshmen in the Southeastern Conference, and he is among the best, if not the best. Rembert will lead it first. Stretch, and the 0-1. Chopper, and it off of his foot. He goes down. He's back up. He'll walk it off. 0-2 the count to the freshman out of California, batting .331 with 10 homers, 26 runs batted in for Bingaman. We caught a glimpse of his power. Well, Brad did, down in Arlington, Texas.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of his 2 home runs in that last game was a second deck shot in that big league ballpark. He has 10 this season.
He kind of sat on 2 for a while, too, after that.
0-2 pitch to Bingaman. Sweeps outside, a ball and 2 strikes to the Auburn first baseman, who's also shown range defensively. We've seen, well, heck, this past weekend you saw him last week, UAB in right field. has played primarily at first base for Auburn. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bingaman. Rembert gets his lead. The pitch. Just got a piece of one that was down, and he fouled it back.
Spoiled a good pitch there. Might have been a ball too close to take. Had some good movement away from him. Now, I think 30 of his 36 RBIs this year have come in league play. He's been Auburn's leader in RBIs in conference-only games since opening weekend of conference play.
Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bingaman. Rembert at first, nobody out. The second, the pitch. Missed outside, 2-2. He was ahead of Bingaman 0-2. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Auburn first baseman. Pitch. Bingaman chops it to the third baseman. Big bounce. Gets one at second. Return throw to first is not in time. In spite of that big bounce, King was able to get it to Blauser for the force at second base.
And benefit of playing on this turf as often as it's your home turf, you know how the ball bounces. And King was in perfect position to field and throw in kind of one smooth motion there to get the force.
So 1 out, a runner at first, and here's Eddie Madrigal, the Auburn DH. 254 the average, a homer, 6 runs batted in for Madrigal. Bingaman at first, the pitch on the way. It misses low. 1 ball and no strikes. Auburn trying to find a solution at the DH role right now.
Yeah, Madrigal was the regular guy for about 2.5 weeks.
He awaits the 1-0 and sends one into left. Down the line, Williams with room in foul ground makes the catch. Bingaman back to the bag at first.
You mentioned a lot of room in foul territory. Some places you see some seats extend or a berm extend and cut off some of that foul ground, but there's plenty of it here. Plenty of room for Williams to go make that catch. Yeah, Madrigal at the DH spot, Gregorio. We've seen Lucas Steele a couple of times if he's not catching. Still looking for steady production from that role.
Here's Brandon McCrane with 2 outs and a runner at first. And a balk. And I'm not certain what he did. I'm not sure he knows what he did. But both the home plate umpire and the second base umpire called it. And the head coach, Steve Beazer, is out asking for an explanation.
Crew chief Reed Basner comes over and gives him the explanation. I didn't see either.
Beazer's done a wonderful job with this program. Second year, and they're already at 40 wins, a share of the conference crown before they go to Dallas Baptist this weekend. As you mentioned earlier, I think it's a team that regardless if it wins the Conference USA title, that's a team in the NCAA tournament.
No question.
And a dangerous seed regardless of where they go. Here's McCrane with a runner at second, the pitch. It drops low for ball 1.
Beazer didn't have a lot of success at Missouri, but, coming here and then seeing Missouri the last few years, you wonder who would have success there.
Bingaman gets his lead, the pitch. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes to count to McCrane with Lucas Steele on deck for Auburn. Tigers with an opportunity to tie it with a 2-out base hit. That's what Jacksonville State did, a couple 2-out base hits to play to run in the bottom of the first. Gamecocks lead at 1-0. Stretch end delivery. Chopper, third base side, it's foul.
In a talent-rich area, so much good baseball is played in Alabama, next door in Georgia, great talent pool, and you got programs who commit to baseball in a significant way.
2 balls and a strike to the Auburn shortstop. Stretch and the pitch. Got the call off the outside corner. 2-2 the count.
Well, the majority of Brandon's at-bats this year have gone to 2 strikes.
Nothing new for this young man,
No.
is it? Bingaman gets his lead. He's at second. 2-2 the count to Brandon McCrane. Here comes the pitch. It misses low. He held up. The count is now full.
He takes every at bat so seriously, even batting practice today. Gabe Gross had to tell him, say, hey, take a breath. You're getting mad, when he didn't hit it exactly where he wanted to.
A little bit of an open stance from the right side. He awaits the 3-2 pitch from Garrity. Here it is. And he walks. Missed outside. First walk earned by the Tigers. And it brings Lucas Steele to the plate, and he'll bat left-handed against the right-hander Garrity. Lucas batting 181, 2 homers, 10 runs batted in.
I don't know where my lineup went.
Oh, you were here. You
I
can
got
use
it.
mine.
I
There
got
it
it.
is. Here
I
you
got
go.
it.
Here you go. Here you
I got
go.
it.
Here you go.
No, I
There
don't
you
need
go.
two.
Well, now you'd have them. McCrane at second, or excuse me, McCrane at first. Bingaman at second. The pitch to Steele drops low.
I had to find that that's the 24th walk of the year drawn by McCrane. I'm a little surprised. I thought it had been more than that.
He has a lead at first. Bingaman from second. Pitch on the way to Steele. Bops low, gets away, and the runners move up to second and 30. Bounced away from Ash to his left and back. It almost went into the Auburn dugout.
6th wild pitch this year for Garrity.
And now base hit could give Auburn the lead here.
And should, with 2 outs, moving on contact and good speed out there.
So Bingaman reached on a fielder's choice, was balked to second, and went to third on a wild pitch. McCrane at second. 2 balls and no strikes to Lucas Steele. Garrity comes set. Here comes the pitch. Whew. Got a call on the outside corner, 2-1. We are much closer to home plate here than we were last week at Duty Noble Field. We have a much better vantage point.
Yeah, we're one hole
to make the calls.
One hole level down.
Yes. 2 balls and a strike to Steele. Pitch on the way. Lucas swings and misses. Went after a high fastball at 92. Shift is on the right side of the infield for Jacksonville State.
Would not be surprised to see him go right back to the high fastball. Challenged him once.
2-2 to the Auburn catcher. Here comes the pitch. Fouled it back. And he did. Didn't quite have the elevation on that fastball, but good velocity at 93, and Lucas fouled it back. Bingaman at third. Brandon McCrane at second for Auburn. 2 down here in the top of the second. Stretch by Garrity. And the pitch to Steele. Line drive up the right side, foul into the Jacksonville State bullpen. Their bullpen is immediately following their dugout. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Lucas Steele. Garrity comes set. Here comes the pitch. Steele chops it foul up the first base line. Beyond Pena there. Count remains 2-2. The last time that Lucas Steele came to the plate in this ballpark was a Tuesday night last year in the 9th inning, and he homered. Turned out to be the difference in an Auburn win.
He's fouled off 3 straight pitches since getting to 2 strikes. Fastball, breaking ball, fastball.
Garrity again comes set, the 2-2 pitch. It missed low, blocked nicely by the catcher Ash, and the count goes full. It's an all turf field everywhere, including the mound, home plate area, everywhere. It's turf in this ballpark. Full count to Steele. Bristol Carter waits on deck. Second and third, 2 outs. And Garrity steps off the back of the mound. He comes set. Bingaman charges down the line about a third of the way and stops. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 call on the inside corner, and the inning comes to a close. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left for Auburn. We go to the bottom of the second. Jacksonville State 1, Auburn nothing. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
At Affordable Comfort Cooling Systems and Plumbing, we believe our work is more than just AC and plumbing repairs. It's about serving people with integrity and care. As a Christian-owned company, we take Colossians 3:23 to heart. Whatever you do, work at it all with your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men. That's why at ACCS and Plumbing, we do the job right the first time and always stand behind our work. As a proud Ream dealer, we're committed to offering top-quality products and faith-driven values. Give us a call today or visit accsauburn.com to learn more. That's accsauburn.com.
Alabama license number 12084.
Life moves fast. Shouldn't your checking account keep up? Meet Explore Checking from Max Credit Union. No monthly fees, no minimum balance requirement. Enjoy perks like access to your paycheck up to 2 days early, earning rewards that can be turned into cash each time you spend with your Max debit card. Plus, with 24/7 digital banking and an easy-to-use mobile app, managing your money is quick and effortless. Start exploring today at mymax.com/explore. Certain restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
One nothing Jacksonville State. Gamecocks to the order here to the plate in the second. Be Majette, Pena, and Williams to face Griffin Graves. 19 pitches in the first. Griffin walked the leadoff man. Got a pair of strikeouts, but gave up back-to-back singles to Ash and Thomas. And Jack State leads Auburn 1-0. Tigers could not do the same thing with a 2-out base hit in the top of the second. Majette to the plate, right fielder for Jack State, bats .175, no homers, 3 runs batted in.
5th start of the year. He's 7 for 40 at the plate this year.
Trey Majette shows bunt, takes a strike on the inside corner.
And Guevara has spent more time on the green
Yes, he
turf
has.
than the what would be the dirt.
0-1, strike 2, inside corner. Seven, 8, 9 hitters for Jacksonville State in the second. Gamecocks lead Auburn 1-0. The pitch. Majette chops it to Guevara. Got the short hop and throws to first in time for the out as he charged down the third base line.
What Guevara does as well as, or better than anybody else, is circles off his route. He gets into position to throw with his momentum toward the bag as he fields even a short hop on turf like that.
And here's Orlando Pena, the first baseman. Right-handed hitter batting .260, a couple homers, 11 runs batted in. Pitch on the way. Swing and a foul tip. 0-1 to Pena. 6'2", 210 pounds out of Jersey City. Bergen Catholic High School, transferred in from Valdosta State. Stretching the pitch. It drops low. A ball and a strike to Pena.
I think that's his first ball since the third batter.
Graves comes set and the 1-1. Way outside and high off the glove of Steele to the backstop. 2 balls and a strike now to Pena with Luke Williams waiting on deck. Stretch in the 2-1. Chopper to the shortstop. Charging McCrane. Gets a good hop and throws to first. Second out.
Well, the infielders reading the turf well early on in this game. McCrane charging, fielding that one letter high, and then throwing on the run.
2 outs and nobody on, and here's Luke Williams. Left fielder's batting .292, couple homers, 19 runs batted in. Pitch to him. He fouls it back with Guevara playing up, up, up. It reminds me of how far up a third baseman plays in fast pitch softball.
Even McCrane and Rembert
shortened up a little bit, aren't they?
Shortened up, yeah.
Pitch. Past Steele to the screen. A ball and a strike. We saw them in the same. We saw Auburn use this in the first inning. Shorten up even with the middle infielders. 1-1 to Williams. Pitch on the way.
Ooh.
Up and in.
And that could have something to do with the way the turf plays. You know, if you play back on a bouncing ball on the turf, thicker turf takes a little while to get to you.
2-1. 2 down, nobody on. Pitch on the way to Williams. Tried to hold up. Auburn should appeal. They do. And he went, yeah.
Ooh.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Fastball that was up, and Williams just didn't quite stop his swing in time. 2-2 the count. Stretch and the 2-2 pitch. Foul back. Had a good swing at that 2-2 delivery on an 85-mile-an-hour pitch from Griffin Graves.
Yeah, he hung a breaking ball there. Got away with it.
Top of the order, Jackson Pate waits on deck. 2 down, nobody on for Jacksonville State in the second. Pitch on the way. Foul tip, strike 3. Third strikeout of the game for Graves. He sets down Jack State in order in the second. We go to the third. Gamecocks lead the Tigers 1-0. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Tiger fans, it's college baseball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Backwards K's and Bar Burners. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this postseason. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Auburn baseball games or to any other live event in Auburn, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Auburn Tiger baseball. Let's go, Tigers. SeatGeek.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
We move to the third. Jacksonville State leads Auburn 1-0. We're at Rudy Abbott Field, Jim Case Stadium in Jacksonville on a beautiful night for baseball. Final midweek regular season game for the Tigers. And the final game of this 8-game road swing. Tigers are back at home Thursday and Friday at 7 against Georgia. And wrap up the regular season Saturday afternoon at 2. Don't forget Friday night. Auburn will honor Josh Donaldson, placing his jersey on the Wall of Fame out in left field, joining Frank Thomas and Bo Jackson, Greg Olson, and Tim Hudson. Learn more about Josh Donaldson, what he's doing now and in retirement on the Talking Tigers podcast on the War Eagle Plus Content Network.
That's really entertaining. He was on the Tiger Tailgate show before one of the football games this past year. Was just excellent.
Yeah.
So, and I think we're going to hear from him Friday night.
I think he's going to join us.
Yeah, during the game as well.
Bristol Carter will lead off the Auburn third, then the top of the order, McCrane and Guevara. They play up at third. The pitch, Bristol swings and sends one down the right side, but foul. Bristol batting .308, 2 homers and 25 runs batted in.
Garrity last pitched on May 1st at Missouri State. He threw 81 pitches, 5 innings of relief. 7 strikeouts in that appearance.
He's ahead of Bristol Carter, 0-1. Bristol was his disruptive self Saturday. On base the last 3 times and scored all 3 times in that win against Mississippi State. Takes one outside, a ball and a strike. Couple hits and a walk, and he scored in all 3 of those last 3 appearances. So the Tigers won 13-2 and wrapped up the Tigers' 6th straight SEC series. Pitch on the way. Shows bunt. Does. Third base line. Third baseman charges. Fields, throws, and got him by a step. Nicely played by King coming down the line.
Sure was. Maybe a little harder of a bunt than Bristol would like, but still not an easy play for King. He played it perfectly.
One out. And other than a strikeout, that's Auburn's first and a fielder's choice by Bingham, and everything else has been in the air. Now the second time through the order, and Mason McCrane, who hit it hard but lined it to center to lead off the game. Garrity, the wind and the pitch. Change up a little bit high. That's the 39th pitch thrown by Garrity.
McCrane was 2 for 4 in the game Saturday. He is just over 333 since moving into the leadoff role.
Wind in the 1-0. Mason drives one down the right field line, but curving foul. One ball and one strike to the Auburn right fielder.
Well, there's so many things you think you know going into a season, like you know what Eric Guevara can do at third base, and you know Chris Rembert is stable at second base, and Bub Terrell in left, Chase Fralick behind the plate. And then there are those stories of the guys who emerge, like Mason McCrane.
1-1. Bounces up there. 2 balls and a strike to the Auburn right fielder.
Offensively has been steady, and haven't really got to see him showcase the arm all that much in right field. Hadn't been tested a ton, but a cannon.
2 balls and a strike to McCrane. Pitch on the way. Fouled it off at the plate. 2-2. Auburn's only base hit, a leadoff single by Rembert in the second. Tigers trail 1-0. Gamecocks about hit Auburn 2-1. We're in the top of the third, 1 out, nobody on for the Tigers. 2 balls and 2 strikes to McCrane. The pitch. Popped it up. Right side of the infield, foul ground. Catcher Ash gives chase. He has room, I think. Nope, off the screen. Off the screen that kind of angles in above that dugout. Tried to reach over the railing of the Gamecocks dugout, but it deflected off the screen above him. Mason takes his time.
Yeah, McCrane has such quick bat speed. That was off speed and a little bit up. And he was way underneath it.
Two balls and 2 strikes to McCrane. Garrity the wind and the pitch. Chopper right side first baseman fields. He flips to Garrity covering in time for the out. 2 down. And here's Guevara. Eric popped it into right back in the first. Second on the Auburn Ball Club, actually third with 11 home runs. Auburn's leading home run hitter. Not in the lineup tonight with a slightly bruised heel. That's Chase Fralick. Guevara bats with 2 outs and nobody on in the pitch. A little bit low, maybe outside. 1-0 the count to Eric.
Really?
We're in the third, 1-0. Jack State with the lead.
That's a really good take to start the sequence there. Is going to get Garrity to elevate.
Now the 1-0. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Third inning today presented by the Vance Law Firm. At the Vance Law Firm, they say dial 3 for me. 334-333-3333. 2 balls and no strikes with 2 outs to Guevara. Nobody on for Auburn in the third. Wind and the pitch. Inside and high. Ball 3. Demarion Terrell waits on deck for Auburn. Two outs and nobody on. 3-0 the count to Guevara. Here's the wind of the pitch. Down the middle for a strike. He had the take sign. 91 on the fastball from Garrity.
He won't have it here.
No, go to work, young man. 3-1 from Garrity to Guevara. Fouled back, and he had a mighty cut. Count goes full.
And Garrity with a little something extra. He got that fastball in there at 90.
Full count now to Guevara. 2 outs and nobody on for Auburn. Tigers trail 1-0. We're in the top of the third. Winding the pitch. Guevara swings and misses. That was down and away.
At 94 miles an hour.
And the inning comes to a close. Auburn goes down in order. To the bottom of the third, Jacksonville State to the plate. Gamecocks lead the Tigers 1-0. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
Now the 1-2 pitch. Fastball driven. Deep left center field. That ball is gone. My goodness. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. 11 to 9 Auburn. Trey Simpson's done it again.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment. This is your home for Auburn baseball. The Auburn Sports Network.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Top of the order for Jacksonville State. In the bottom of the third, Gamecocks lead Auburn 1-0. Whether you're planting a tree or tackling a backyard project, don't risk a penalty. Contact Alabama 811 before you dig to get your underground utilities marked for free. Visit al811.com or call 811. It's free, it's simple, and it's the law. 32 pitches through 2 innings for Griffin Graves. He'll get Pate, Johnson, and King for a second time tonight. Gamecocks with a run in the first on a 2-out single by Brady Thomas.
Well, final on the Yellowwood scoreboard. Tennessee takes care of business tonight, beats Belmont 11-1. Ole Miss is out to a 9-0 lead over Tennessee Martin in the second inning in Oxford. And Winthrop leads South Carolina 4-1 in the fifth in Columbia on the Yellowwood scoreboard.
Corners are in for Jackson Payton. The first pitch to him misses low and away. He walked on 4 pitches in the first and scored the game's only run. Bingaman plays up on the edge of what would be the infield grass. Guevara way up at third. There's a chopper on a hop. Make that 2 to McCrane, who was playing up a bit. He throws him out at first base.
Tigers have handled a couple of short hops on the turf really well.
Yeah.
Guevara 1 and McCrane 1.
1 out for Caleb Johnson. Number 1 for the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. A strikeout victim in the first. Shortstop hitting .306. 7 homers and 45 runs batted in. Guevara plays even with the bag. Same for Bingaman at first. The pitch. Missed outside, ball 1. Graves always works off the stretch, the 1-0. Up and in, in spite of the fact that Johnson tried to get hit on the elbow. 2-0 to Caleb Johnson. Stretch and delivery. Inside corner, strike 1. Nicely placed by Griffin underneath the hands. 1-0, Jack State leads. 1 out, nobody on for the Gamecocks in the third. Stretch and pitch. Popped it up. Right side of the infield, Bingaman. Near the line. Fair ground, has to make one final adjustment and makes the catch for the second out.
Yep, got Johnson underneath the breaking ball there. And the wind just before that, it died down now. It had blown in from right field just a little bit. I don't know if that affected that ball later, if there was some spin on it, but Bingaman made the adjustment for the out.
2 down. And here's Trey King, a strikeout victim in the first. Guevara again plays up at third, the pitch. King right back on a line drive to Graves. Goes down to a knee and makes the catch for the third out of the inning. Nicely played by Graves on a ball that wasn't really a screamer, but he stayed in the fielding position long enough to make the catch. And that's our defensive play of the game, presented by Cook's Pest Control. Best defense for your home is Cook's Pest Control. South's most trusted name in pest control since 1928, and the official pest control provider of the Auburn Tigers. Second straight 3-up and 3-down inning for the Gamecocks. We go to the fourth. Jack State leads Auburn 1-0. Stay tuned. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
BritBox has the best of British TV, period. Let's get started. The best mystery, period.
I like a good detective story.
The best romance, period.
This is the book that will open the heart of Miss Mary Bennet.
The best drama, period.
Welcome to the grown-up world.
Stream the best British period dramas, including The Lady, inspired by a true story of murder and scandal, and from the world of Jane Austen, the other Bennet sister, only on BritBox. Start your free trial at BritBox.com.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Through three, Jacksonville State leads Auburn 1-0. To take you through the middle three innings, parade today was glorious for one Brad Law.
There was no parade. Cut it out. 1-0. Tigers trail. Bub Terrell due up. Terrell, Rembert, and Bingaman. 3, 4, 5 hitters in the order. Bub popped up to the shortstop his first time. He was 1 for 4 in the first meeting between these two at Plainsman Park. Singled and scored a run in a 4-run 6th inning for the Tigers. He steps in from the left side. Garrity back out there for his 4th inning of work, giving up just 1 hit to this point. First pitch to Terrell, misses downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Bub 1 for 4 in the finale in Starkville over the weekend. Garrity, the right-hander, deep breath, into the short wind and to the plate. Off speed, misses high, 2-0. He got ahead of Terrell 0-1 before the pop-up to end the first inning. Tigers retired in order in the first and the third. Got a leadoff single in the second and a walk in the inning. Left a couple stranded. 2-0 pitch. Terrell with a big cut. Foul tips it. 2-1. Terrell with a dozen homers. That leads the team 36 RBIs, tied for third for the sophomore left fielder. Ash sets up the 2-1. High, ball 3. Hitters count for a powerful left-handed hitter who's been working for the last week or so on going the other way. And a ball got loose in left field, so they hold things up just to go secure that. 3-1 the count, nobody on, nobody out, 4th inning. Pitch to Terrell. Right through there for strike 2. Pitch clock at 10. Garrity off the right side of the rubber. His payoff pitch coming home. Fouled away left side.
Bub may be the best low ball hitter that Auburn has, but you can get him low in the strike zone and a little bit out of the strike zone.
Low and in would be the place to try and get him. Low and out, he does a pretty good job taking it the other way. Here comes the payoff pitch again. Terrell swings and fouls it away.
Just got a piece, and I mean just.
Outfield straight away. Another 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Garrity strikes out Terrell. Third strikeout for the Jacksonville State starter.
And where did he get him?
Got him down and in.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Chris Rembert ready to step in. Chris has Auburn's hit. A single to lead off the second inning. Second baseman Blauser shades toward the bag. Plenty of room to the left of the second base bag. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at one, tailing away, 0-1. Garrity only made 3 appearances in the month of April, pitched on May 1st. And now back out there dealing tonight. The right-hander fires. Off-speed line, hard into left field. It's a base hit. Rembert is 2 for 2. That breaking ball hung up there, and he went up to get it and pulled it into left field. A 1-out single. He has both of Auburn's hits.
Garrity's last outing was his longest of the year. Over 80 pitches. He pitched 5 innings.
Rembert, by the way, has his 3rd straight multi-hit game. Had 2 hits in game 2 in Starkville, 2 hits in the finale, and now he started 2 for 2 here tonight. Ethan Bingaman to the plate. Garrity deals and gets the outside corner, 0-1.
He has done that well, especially against the right-handed hitters. Get the outside corner.
Bingaman's 10th home run of the season in the finale at Mississippi State. The 0-1. Missed low and outside, blocked well by Ash.
Yeah, Ash is the reason that Rembert isn't at second base right now.
Yep.
Moved well to the outside, kept it, got the glove on it, kept it in front of him.
Garrity took the pitch clock down to 2 before the last one. It's at 7, at 6. From the stretch, he turns and he throws to first. And Rembert's back with a head first slide. No tag applied over there by Pena. Tying run at first base. Top of the 4th, 1 out. The 1-1 pitch to Bingaman. Fly ball, right field, slicing toward the line. Majette is over, makes the catch, and it carries him into foul territory, 2 away. Bingaman got that off the end of the bat. It's the 2nd out of the inning, and Eddie Madrigal to the plate. He fouled out to the left fielder his first time. Gamecocks start in the shift. Shortstop vacated. King at his regular spot at 3rd. Garrity's pitch. Just missed the outside corner, 1-0. Close but no cigar.
That last outing for Garrity went 5 innings at Missouri State, gave up 4 runs on 4 hits, struck out 7, walked 2 through 81 pitches. By far his deepest outing of the season.
Deep breath, throw to first. If the throw is more to the inside, they might have gotten Rembert there.
He paused just a tick before getting back to the bag.
Hits now even at 2 apiece. Rembert with a tying run at first base. 2 outs in the inning. 1-0 to Madrigal. Swing and line to the second baseman on a hop in the shift. Gloved by Blauser. He throws to first, and that's the 3rd out.
Heidi.
Shift worked perfectly for Jack State. Before the break, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Jacksonville State leads Auburn 1-0. We'll move to the bottom of the 4th when we come back. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Massive international soccer is coming to Auburn for the first time. 2 proud nations, 1 global game. Argentina versus Iceland. Tuesday, June 9th at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Incredible elite competition and world-class talent coming to Auburn. Road to 26. Argentina versus Iceland, June 9th. Get tickets at aubtix.com or roadto26.com.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Four, 5, and 6 hitters for Jacksonville State in the fourth. Gamecocks lead the Tigers 1-0. In and around and including Auburn Athletics, Auburn women's golf with a huge day on day 2 of the NCAA Regional in Simpsonville, Kentucky, just outside Louisville. Tigers shot a tournament best 15 under par today and moved into second place behind Houston. Anna Davis led the charge for Auburn, shooting 7 under 65. She's in a tie for the individual lead. Tigers top 5. That's the key. You finish in the top 5 in this tournament, you're heading to La Costa for the NCAA championships next week.
That's what I was going to ask. How far clear of 6 are they to open the gate
I'll look
tomorrow?
for that. Yeah.
Grayson Ash leads it off for Jacksonville State in the fourth, takes ball 1 upstairs. Ash with a single in the first.
Sixth place right now is -7, 10 strokes behind Auburn.
Okay. Delivery. Ash takes it outside, 2-0. Ash, a tall, strong right-handed hitter, does a good job, gets right up on top of the plate, shrinks the strike zone, and he actually backed up a couple of inches, 2-0. Upstairs, 3 balls, no strikes.
Very similar to the at-bat by Pate to lead off the first. Right-handed hitter, up and out.
Pate came around to score the only run of the ball game to this point, 3-0. Outside, ball 4. Last couple were closer, but it's a 4-pitch walk to the catcher and cleanup hitter to start the fourth inning.
It set down 7 in a row until that walk to lead off the fourth. Starting Thursday at the Hutzel Rosen Track, the SEC Championships on the Auburn campus. I believe it starts at 11 o'clock with the multi-events, the decathlon and heptathlon.
Saw a couple of buses rolling in today for that. I think I saw a couple of Kentucky buses. Here's Thomas. First pitch to Thomas is down and in, ball 1. 5 in a row that have missed to start the fourth inning.
Auburn women's tennis opens play in the NCAA championships. The Tigers get LSU Friday morning at 9 o'clock Central Time over in Athens, Georgia in the quarterfinals.
Guevara in at third. The pitch catches the outside corner. It's 1-1 to Thomas. Thomas, an RBI single his first time, drove in the game's only run. Tigers would love a double play ball here. Graves kicks and fires and misses downstairs. It's 2-1.
Auburn men's golf back in action next Monday. The Tigers, the #1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament and the top seed in the Athens, Georgia regional, play at the UGA golf course.
2 balls and a strike. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the fourth. The pitch from Graves is lined through into center field, a base hit. Stopping at second is Ash. Thomas has his second hit of the game. And Jacksonville State threatens with runners at first and second. And nobody out.
And Auburn's bullpen will get working.
3 innings for Graves to this point, 47 pitches.
Kulik is down there for Auburn. And he will start to throw.
Yep. Quick meeting on the mound. Lucas Steele went out for a word with Graves. Blauser grounded to third, hit into a fielder's choice to end the first inning. Jack State stranded a couple.
Blauser has 4 sacrifice bunts this season.
Nobody out of the inning. Guevara up at third. Bingaman up at first. Blauser squares to bunt, and it hits him on the leg. Hit him on the back of the leg. And he's down to first, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. for Graves, his first hit batter of the year. Bases loaded for Trey Majette. Infield comes in for Auburn. And they'll go take a look at Blauser. He was squaring to bunt and then turned in toward Steele and the home plate umpire, and it caught him on the back of the leg. Jacksonville State athletic trainer heads back to the home dugout. And now
Brandon Gustafson,
okay,
the athletic trainer.
And now Everett Tieford, the third-year Auburn pitching coach, out of the dugout to gather the infield together and have a word. Trey Majette grounded to third his first time. I don't know if Auburn was bringing the infield in defensively or if they were just waiting and anticipating the meeting on the mound. Home plate umpire Christopher Judkins goes out, and as he gets to the mound, they break up the meeting. A couple of instructions for Eric Guevara.
Abe Chancellor starts to warm up in the Auburn pen. Kulik is loosening up. He hasn't started to throw yet, but Chancellor has.
Got it. Chancellor the lefty, Kulik the righty. Here is Majette. Bases loaded. Graves goes to work. First pitch is low and blocked well by Steele, 1-0. Majette with 3 RBIs on the season. Guevara and Bingaman in at the corners. Double play depth up the middle. Tigers would trade a run for 2 outs. Pitch. High, ball 2. It's 1-0 Jacksonville State. Gamecocks threatening, though, here in the bottom of the 4th.
Fought him behind every hitter this inning.
Yep. Graves delivers. Gets a strike on the outside edge. It's 2-1. Would love a strikeout, a pop-up, or a double play ball here from Majette. Graves delivers. Missed high. It's 3-1. A walk means a run. Majette, the number 7 hitter. Orlando Pena on deck. Ash at third, Thomas at second, Blauser at first. The delivery, 3-1, fly ball, right center field. McCrane is on the run. He's back. He makes the catch. Runners at second and third. Tag. The run is in for Jacksonville State. Ash comes in to score, and the Gamecocks double their lead. It's 2-0 on the 4th RBI of the year for Trey Majette. Thomas down to third. They're at the corners with 1 out.
Well, you fall behind a guy hitting 175, it doesn't matter. When you fall behind him 3-1, you've got to come in with a pitch, and Majette took advantage. Drove it to right for the sac fly.
Both runs Jacksonville State has scored so far tonight reached base to lead off innings by drawing walks.
4 pitch walks at that.
That's right. So the freebie war matters. Here's Orlando Pena. Looking for fresh seafood? Wharf Casual Seafood serves seafood sourced from American waters. Here's the pitch to Pena. He shows bunt, pulls back, takes it low, ball 1. Not a seafood fan? No problem. They also serve burgers, salads, chicken, and more. Wharf Casual Seafood, 6 locations across central Alabama.
They catered one of our tailgates during football season. It was fabulous.
Yes.
Fabulous.
Pitch. Inside and low. 2 balls, no strikes.
The common thread in this inning is Griffin Graves falling behind every hitter.
55 pitches for the junior southpaw, who comes set and throws to first. See Auburn several times this year put on the play where they, with runners at the corners, where they send the runner from first, try to draw the throw, getting a rundown, send the runner from third. Wonder if Jack State would try that. Here's the 2-0. Strike at the knees. Fastball 92. And it's 2-1. Pena, the number 8 hitter, he grounded to short his first time.
Double play gets you out of the inning with just 1 run scored.
Graves throws to first. Right-handed hitting Pena. Carter a few steps over toward left center. Terrell backs up a couple of steps. And here's the 2-1. Bunted, right side. Bingaman field, shovels ahead, play at the plate, runner safe. Bingaman charged in, threw home, not in time to get Thomas. 3-0 Jacksonville State. Blauser goes all the way to third on the play.
Well, the ball got away from the catcher. The ball got away from Steele when he tried to make the tag, and that allowed Blauser to go from first to third on the play.
So Jacksonville State leads 3-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. And still only 1 out, and runners at the corners for Luke Williams. And now here's Everett Tieford, and that'll do it for Griffin Graves. 3 1/3 innings for Graves. 3 runs, a couple of important walks, a hit batter, 3 hits allowed. It's a fielder's choice and an RBI for Pena. He's at first, Blauser at third, and Abe Chancellor on his way into the game. Redshirt senior left-hander for the Tigers. Andy will give you the numbers on Abe Chancellor when we come back to Jacksonville on this Wharf Casual Seafood Call to the Bullpen.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Tigers to the bullpen for Abe Chancellor. Redshirt senior left-hander, 6'3", 174 from Dothan, Alabama. Lurleen B. Wallace Community College comes on for the Tigers. No record this season and an ERA of .84 for Abe, making his 10th relief appearance. 10 2/3 innings, a run on 5 hits, 10 strikeouts, 4 walks, no homers, and opponents are hitting .143 against Abe Chancellor. Griffin Graves goes 3 1/3 innings, gives up 3 runs, all earned on 3 hits. Struck out 3, walked 2. Both of those walks have come home to score. The 2 runs in the ball game, or 2 of the 3 runs in the ball game right now. He is responsible for the runners at first and third with 1 out in the 4th. Graves, 57 pitches, 32 for strikes.
Chancellor did not pitch. Yes, he did. He pitched against Jack State in the first meeting. 1 inning, 1 hit. Only needed 6 pitches, or 6 pitches to get 3 outs, including a hit allowed. So Chancellor greets the number 9 hitter, Luke Williams. Runners at the corners. Just 1 hit in the inning for Jacksonville State. That was Thomas. There's been a hit batter, a walk, a sacrifice fly, a fielder's choice. Guevara in at third, where he's been a lot of this game. Number 9 hitter Luke Williams. First pitch to him, down and in. Runner goes from first. Uncontested steal for Pena. Now the double plays off the table. Second steal of the year for Orlando Pena. Pitch a ball to Williams. 3 runs on 3 hits for Jacksonville State. The 1-0 misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Base hit means a couple more for the home team. Chancellor's 2-0 to Williams. Hit him. Hit him down low on the leg, and the bases are loaded. Second hit batter of the inning. Auburn making mistakes here. Some uncustomary mistakes. Bases loaded. There is a force at every base, but now Jackson Pate coming to the plate. He walked and scored in the first. He's also grounded to short. His uncle is the university president here at Jacksonville State. Here's the pitch. Missed outside, 1-0. And Chancellor falling behind, just as Graves did this inning. And now a warning maybe issued to Chancellor. Pate bats with an open stance, upright stance from the left side. 1-0 pitch. Strike right through there, a ball and a strike. Pate, the center fielder. He's driven in 25 runs this year for the Gamecocks. Got a 1-1 count with the bases loaded and 1 out in the fourth and 2 already in. 7th man to bat in the inning. Chancellor fires. And misses low. 2-1. Tigers trying to limit the damage before their best offensive inning of the season this year, the 5th. Here's the pitch. Missed the outside corner. Now a hitter's count to Pate. And no place to put him. Blauser at third, Pena at second, Williams at first. Chancellors, 3-1. Low, ball 4. And Chancellor walks in a run. Pate brings in his 26th run of the year. It's 4-0, Jacksonville State. 2 hit batters, 2 walks in the inning. Auburn has given away bases and runs. Pena to third, Williams to second. Pate at first, and Caleb Johnson is the 8th man to bat for Jacksonville State here in the 4th inning. 4 runs, 3 hits in the game, 3 runs here in the inning. Pitch to Johnson. That's low, ball 1. Johnson's 0 for 2. He has struck out and popped up to first. Time called. Steele goes out to talk to Chancellor. I don't know if he got crossed up on the last pitch, but they go out and make sure they're on the same page. So far in the 4th inning, walk, single, hit batter, sac, fly, fielder's choice, hit batter, walk. And Chancellor's fallen behind Johnson, 1 ball, no strikes. Steele back behind the plate. Gamecock at every base. Chancellor, deep breath, comes set, kicks, plants, fires. Bouncing ball to short, could be 2. McCrane to Rembert, on to first, double play. 6-4-3. Could be huge if the bats can get going. Jacksonville State extends its lead in the 4th. Gamecocks send 8 to the plate. They score 3 times on just 1 hit. Couple of walks, couple of hit batters, no errors, and Jack State leaves them loaded in the 4th. Through 4, it's 4-0 Jacksonville State on top. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
We move to the 5th inning. Tigers in a 4-0 hole to 24th-ranked Jacksonville State. It'll be the bottom third of the order: McCrane, Steele, and Carter for the Tigers in the 5th. Auburn has scored 75 runs in the 5th innings of games this year. It is their most productive inning of the year. It was the case again against Mississippi State Saturday. Auburn got 5 runs in the 5th inning.
There is activity in the Jacksonville State bullpen. As mentioned, last week was his longest outing at 5 innings. He's now 65 pitches through 4. So I cannot get a number of the dugout blocks.
Yeah.
Young man that's warming up right now for Jacksonville State down the right side.
5th inning presented by Southern Union. You can move seamlessly to Auburn to complete a bachelor's degree in select programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently at Southern Union's tuition rates. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. You could become a person who uses the word concurrently in everyday conversation. McCrane walked in the 2nd inning. Righty-righty matchup to start the 5th. And Brandon takes a strike, 0-1. Yeah, Garrity trying to put together back-to-back 5-inning appearances. That could be a big help to them as they move into the postseason. The pitch. This is down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Auburn is at home Thursday, Friday, Saturday against Georgia. Top 5 matchup at Plainsman Park. This Jack State team goes to Dallas Baptist to wrap the regular season. Garrity plants and deals, and McCrane takes it low and away, 2-1.
A win or a Liberty loss this weekend, and Jacksonville State is the Conference USA champion.
Little bit of a breeze blowing in toward or from right. 2-1 pitch. Popped up. Shallow right. Out goes Blauser. In comes Majette. It's Majette, the right fielder, who makes the catch. So McCrane got ahead in the count, but popped out to shallow right. First out in the 5th. And Lucas Steele to the plate. Starting in place, Chase Freilich tonight. Slight heel bruise for Freilich. Steele struck out in the 2nd. Had a pretty good at bat before taking the 3rd strike. First pitch to him is a little bit low for ball 1. Over, but just a little down. Hits lefty against the righty in the pitch. Swing and a fly ball to center. In comes Pate, now to his right. He's got it, 2 away. Auburn's back to the fly ball outs. First 3 of the game, they went in order in the first. 3 flyouts. Now back-to-back flyouts to start the 5th. And now the number 9 hitter in the order, Bristol Carter. He grounded to 3rd. He tried to bunt for a hit to lead off the 3rd inning. Shows bunt here, pulls back, takes a strike, 0-1. Auburn's been retired in order twice through 4 innings. Garrity's gotten the first 2 here in the 5th. 4-0 Jack State. The right-hander off the wind, sends it home. And it's lined back up the middle, but caught by the second baseman, Blauser. A hot shot past Garrity, but right where Blauser had him shaded. And it's a quick inning for Garrity and Jacksonville State. Auburn goes in order in the 5th. Halfway home, it's 4-0 Jacksonville State. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Cook's Pest Control. The best defense for your home is Cook's Pest Control, the South's most trusted name in pest control since 1928. And the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers.
We move to the bottom of the fifth in Jacksonville, Rudy Abbott Field, where Auburn trails Jack State 4-0. And the only Gamecock that didn't hit in the fifth will start things, or that didn't hit in the fourth, starts things in the fifth. It's Trey King. King is lined out to the pitcher and struck out those at bats against Griffin Graves. Chancellor got the last 2 outs in the fourth, got a double play ball to get out of further trouble. Starts against King, and there's a pop left side that will drift over into the seats. In the shadows of Chimney Peak off to the left. Bunch of radio towers up on Chimney Peak.
I asked you if you knew what the name of that place was, and you lied to me and said no.
No, I didn't know at the time, so I looked it up.
Oh.
Because I should know it.
This is your home.
Right. 0-1. Pitch to King. Strike right down the middle, 0-2.
I'm not even sure you know that that's Chimney Peak.
It is. Look, you can look it up if you'd like.
I prefer not to, thank you.
Nothing in 2. Here's the pitch from Chancellor. Breaking ball sailed on him. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
The line complete on Griffin Graves. 3 1/3 innings, 4 runs, 3 hits. Too many free bases for Jacksonville State.
Yeah, they've had 2 guys draw 4-pitch walks. They both come in to score. A 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3 in the outside corner. Well-placed fastball from Chancellor. He gets King looking. And that's the first out in the fifth. And now Grayson Ash comes to the plate. He's been aboard twice. A single, a walk, a run scored for the Jacksonville State catcher.
Yeah, he's the one that started the fourth on the 4-pitch walk, scored the first of 3 runs.
Yeah, 3 consecutive guys reached. Walk, single, hit batter. And they all came around to score last inning. That ball pulled foul past the third base coach's box. 0-1. Bottom of the fifth inning, 4-0. Tigers trail. Chancellor comes set off the left side of the rubber, looks and fires. Breaking ball. Snuck in there, top part of the zone, 0-2 the count. Infield plays the right-handed hitter to pull. So does the outfield. A lot of room down the right field line. 0-2 pitch to Ash. Upstairs. 1-2. 3 of Auburn's last 4 series have been on the road, and tonight's game wraps up an 8-game road swing for the Tigers. 1-2 pitch. Line drive softly back up the middle. Got it off the end of the bat and had to reach across the plate to get it, but he did, and he served it into shallow center field for a 1-out single. Ash has a 2-hit game. He's been on base 3 times. So a 1-out base runner for the Gamecocks. And Brady Thomas, the batter, he has 2 singles, an RBI, and a run scored. And time called so that all of Ash's gear can be sent back to the dugout. He gets his lead at first. 3 stolen bases on the year for Ash. Pitch to Thomas. Breaking ball low, gets away from Steele, but it's up the third base line, not far enough for Ash to move. 1 ball, no strikes. Thomas's single was the only hit of the 4th inning. Chancellor set. Abe lifts, plants, fires, and gets a strike. Fastball, middle away. A ball and a strike to the Jacksonville State DH. Yellowwood scoreboard at Tennessee over Belmont, 11-1 a final. Ole Miss leads Tennessee Martin 15-1 in the 4th inning in Oxford. Pitch home, swing and a miss. Went after a fastball up and away from the left-handed hitter. Chancellor ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. And Winthrop leads South Carolina 4-2 in the 6th at Founders Park in Columbia. Just about every one of the series this weekend, pivotal for the final standings in the SEC. Pitch from Chancellor is tomahawked foul up the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mathematically, Auburn could finish anywhere between 2nd and mathematically, I think 10th or 11th. Stretch from Chancellor in the 1-2 pitch. Check swing, did he go? He did not. Got away from Steele up the 3rd base line, and down to 2nd goes Ash. It's a wild pitch from Chancellor, ball 2 to Thomas. And now Ash in scoring position with 1 out. Lefty-lefty matchup. Jacksonville State leads 4-0. They've doubled up Auburn in hits, 4-2. Pitch. Strike 3 down the middle. Fastball. 2nd strikeout of the inning for Chancellor. And now Cooper Blauser to the plate. Auburn and Alabama 16-11 in the league. They're tied for 4th coming into the weekend. A half game behind Texas and Texas A&M. Remember the Aggies and Longhorns, their game 3 was washed out. Their Sunday series finale washed out, so they'll only play 29 total conference games. Now time called. Everett Tiefert is out of the dugout. We'll see if they go to Kulik here to face the righty.
Not only
it
that,
looks like they will.
To save some pitches for Abe Chancellor on the weekend
That's
as well.
That's a very good point. Very good point. Chancellor comes out, and a right-hander. I think this is Kulik coming into the game for Auburn. Andy will give you the information. Auburn trying to keep the deficit at 4. It's 4-0 Jacksonville State. 2 outs and a man in scoring position. And Cooper Blauser coming to the plate after this Wind Creek Casino call to the bullpen.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Tigers go back to the bullpen for Marcel Kulik. Sophomore right-hander, 6 foot 186, a transfer from Virginia Tech, originally from Eastchester, New York. Kulik, no record, an ERA of 6.23, making his 9th relief appearance. 8 2/3 innings, 6 runs, all earned on 12 hits. 11 strikeouts, just 2 walks, no homers, and opponents are hitting .333 against Marcel Kulik. The numbers for Abe Chancellor: an inning and a third, no runs on a hit. Struck out 2, walked 1. He is responsible for the runner at second base here in the 5th, with Jacksonville State on top of Auburn 4-0.
Kulik gave up 2 runs on 4 hits in 1 inning, 15 pitches against Jack State in the first meeting. He pitched a week ago against UAB in Birmingham. 1 walk, no hits or runs, 2 strikeouts in an inning and 2/3. He has not given up an earned run since that Jack State outing. A span of 4 innings. He's given up 2 hits, only walked 1, struck out 6. So, Kulik on with 2 outs in the 5th to try to get Cooper Blauser. Let's go back to the SEC standings. Georgia has clinched the regular season title at 21-6. Then you got Texas A&M and Texas at 16-10. Auburn and Alabama at 16-11. But you don't really benefit from the tiebreaker. You can't have a tie with Texas A&M. You're also not hurt by the series loss to Texas in a tiebreaker because you can't finish in a tie with them. Mississippi State, Arkansas, and Florida are all one game behind Auburn and Alabama at 15-12. Auburn would own the tiebreaker over all three of those. Kulik ready to go to work against Blauser. Blauser was hit on a bunt attempt last inning. And I think we got an issue with the PitchCon device. Ole Miss, 9th place at 14-13. Tennessee and Oklahoma 13-14, 10th and 11th. Kentucky 12-15, Vanderbilt 11-16. LSU, South Carolina, and Missouri wrapping up the conference standings. All right, Kulik's getting his signs. Here's the pitch to Blauser. It's pulled into left field, a base hit. Rounding third is Ash. The throw comes in, and they'll hold the runner at third, and wisely so, and a good throw home from Bub Terrell. It's a base hit for Blauser when after the first pitch. Singled into left field. He's got his first hit of the game. Runners at the corners with 2 down. And Trey Majette coming to the plate. All the series this weekend in the league are Thursday, Friday, Saturday series with the SEC tournament starting a week from today in Hoover. Here's the pitch to Majette. There's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Tigers trying to keep the deficit at 4. It's 4-0 Gamecocks. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 2 out, 2 on. Majette, a sacrifice fly his last time. Throw over to first low and caught on a short hop by Bingaman. Blauser back. Blauser has stolen 23 bases this year. He's been caught just 4 times. 0-1 pitch from Kulik. Fastball down and in. 1-1 the count. That Alabama team hosts Ole Miss this weekend. Texas at home against Missouri. Texas A&M is at home against Mississippi State. So Auburn and all the teams right around it in the standings at home this weekend. There's a fly ball into right center field. Over and in is Bristol Carter. He reaches up, he makes the catch, and that's the inning. Nice job by Kulik after giving up the single to Blauser on the first pitch of the outing. Gets Majette to fly out to center, and Jacksonville State is turned away in the 5th inning. No runs, couple of hits, no errors, and 2 stranded for the Gamecocks. We've played 5. Still 4-0 Jack State. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Dr. Michael Zabala.
Well, it was kind of funny because he called me and said, I have an injured player. Can you make him something to get him back on the field? And if I'm entirely honest, I didn't know exactly how we were going to do it. But I said, yes, we absolutely can. I didn't even know who the player was, but I did feel pretty confident we could make something for him. So Robbie and Kirk Nelson show up with who ultimately was Anthony Schwartz. Right. So we brought him in. Jake Larson, who's now our head of engineering at EXA, was a PhD student in my lab at the time. And he quite brilliantly figured out how to go from the scan of Anthony's hand to a 3D printed device that he was able to wear in his hand. And he started wearing it in practices, and then he wore it in games. And next thing we knew, he was scoring touchdowns while he was wearing it.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays, wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
Auburn trails Jacksonville State 4-0. Tigers come to bat in the 6th inning against Ryan Garrity, who's tied his career high with 5 innings pitched. Back-to-back outings of 5 innings for the right-hander.
And perhaps the Gamecocks are finding a fourth starter heading into postseason play, which can be invaluable.
Sure could, especially as you look at a regional if they're trying to. It's tough to do what Auburn has done 3 out of the last 4 times it's hosted a regional, and that is go 3-0. A lot of times you wind up playing more than those 3 games. And so if Garrity can be a fourth guy for them in the postseason, makes a dangerous team even more dangerous. Top of the order due up for Auburn in the 6th. Mason McCrane's fly to center, grounded to first. They start in the shift against him. 1 more out, and Garrity sets a new career high. Pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman in the shift. Gloved on 3 hops by Blauser. He throws to first and gets McCrane by a step. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 6th. And now Eric Guevara to the plate.
It's twice tonight that when it left the bat, you're thinking base hit, but you remember they're in the shift, and Blauser's back there on the outfield turf.
Eric Guevara is 0 for 2. Rembert is 2 for 2. Everybody else is 0 for 16 tonight. Guevara has flied to right and struck out, and he takes ball 1 high. 75 pitches for Garrity. 4 runs, 5 hits for the Gamecocks. No runs, 2 hits for the Tigers. Wind in the delivery. Missed the inside corner, 2-0. He's been close with each of these first 2 to Eric. But Guevara's ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Righty-righty. Garrity short wind to the plate. There's a strike on the outside edge. It's 2-1.
Home plate umpire hearing it from the Jacksonville State dugout on that previous pitch. Got the call on the outside corner there.
Guevara has that close feet together, open stance, and the pitch missed a little high, 3-1.
He was 3-1 back in the 3rd, remember? Eventually struck out.
Garrity climbs back on the rubber, gets his footing. Shoulder shrug, gets his feet set, and now the 3-1 to Guevara. High bouncing ball to Blauser at second, waits back on it, throws, close play. He had to hesitate just a beat, but made the throw in time to get Guevara, and he had him he was positioned perfectly near the bag at second base.
He has been tonight.
Yeah
he double pumped, and it almost cost him getting Guevara at first base.
He was positioned perfectly, was Blauser in the shift to get McCrane, and they're playing Guevara to pull it right back up the middle. 2 away. 7 in a row retired by Garrity since Rembert's single in the 4th. First pitch to Terrell is a little down. 1 ball, no strikes. Bub has popped to short and struck out. The wind and the right-hander deals. Swing, line drive, left field, that's a base hit. Opposite field single for Bub Terrell. He's continued to make it a focus, and he's had success with it. So Terrell with a 2-out single to left, and we'll see if Rembert can do something with it here in the 6th inning.
Nice job by Williams to get over and cut that one off before it got to the wall and keeping Bub to a single.
Rembert with a line drive up the middle and a line drive to left. 2 for 2. 3 straight 2-hit games for the Auburn second baseman. Now time called. Ash, the catcher, goes out to see Garrity. They're looking into the dugout. Now more of the infielders come in. Activity's been going on the last inning plus for the Gamecocks. Whole infield finally in there together. And Christopher Judkins will go out to break up the meeting. No coaches for Jack State, just a full infield meeting. And now, And now that could be it for Garrity. Rembert's had a good night against him. And there is the call. So Jacksonville State, Coach Steve Beazer and the Gamecocks make a Pepper Tree pitching change for a new level of taste. Tiger fans know it's got to be Pepper Tree. For the best wine selection and the finest cuts of meat, visit Pepper Tree in Auburn or Montgomery or online, steaksandwine.com. Steaks, the letter N, wine.com. Garrity gets a well-earned round of applause from the fans here at Rudy Abbott Field. A career high, 5 2/3 innings for the right-hander out of Illinois. He heads back to the Jack State dugout, and Andy will give you the info on the new Gamecock pitcher as Auburn bats with 2 outs and a runner on, trailing 4-0 in the 6th on this Pepper Tree pitching change.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Pepper Tree pitching change for Jacksonville State to number 24, Judd Files. 6'3", 200-pound junior right-hander from Plantersville, Mississippi, Moorville High School, and Itawamba Community College. Really good numbers for Files, making his 10th relief appearance. 1-0, a .82 ERA. 11 innings pitched, 1 run on 6 hits, 8 strikeouts, 6 walks, no homers, and opponents hitting .158 against Judd Files. Another really good start tonight for Garrity against Auburn. He goes 5 2/3 innings tonight. Gives up no runs on 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, a walk. He threw a wild pitch. He had a balk, but was very effective. 81 pitches, 49 for strikes.
Files pitched in the Friday game against Kennesaw State, 1/3 of an inning, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. So effective in a short stint, and they're calling on him just to get an out here in the 6th. Auburn with 2 away, a 2-out single by Bub Terrell. Chris Rembert coming to the plate. Chris is 2 for 2 in the ballgame. Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Got your hottest games, your loosest spins, and just more ways to win. Plain and simple. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. They play in the shift against Rembert. Whole right side of the infield is open. First pitch to Rembert. He tries to go the other way and fouls it away off the right side, 0-1.
Files, fastball, slider, curve, and a change for this big right-hander.
Rembert is singled up the middle and singled to left. The 0-1 pitch from Files. Downstairs, gets away from Ash, but up the first base line, not far enough for Terrell to move. 1-1 the count. Garrity effective again. 2 scoreless innings against Auburn at Plainsman Park. 1-1. Rembert swings and misses. But after 1 down and away. Now it's a ball and 2 strikes to Chris. And if Files can finish the job here, 5 2/3 scoreless for Garrity tonight. Here's the 1-2. Rembert swings and chops it to third. Glove there by King. He throws, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. So Auburn gets a 2-out single, but Terrell is stranded at first. 3 ground outs in the inning otherwise. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. Tigers have stranded 4. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 4-0 Jacksonville State. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
4-0 Jacksonville State. We move to the bottom of the 6th. Gamecocks have Pena, Williams, and Pate. 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up against Marcel Kulik. Kulik, the third pitcher of the game for Auburn. Graves got the start, 3 1/3 innings, 4 runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, and a hit batter. Abe Chancellor, an inning and a third, scoreless, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 hit batter, 1 wild pitch, and 2 strikeouts. Kulik gave up a single, but then got a fly out to get out of the 5th. Pena has driven in a run on a fielder's choice. He's stolen a base, and he's grounded to short. So he's hit it on the ground a couple of times. Pena stands in. Right-handed batter. Leans over. First pitch, shows bunt, strike down the middle, 0-1.
94. That's the best fastball we've seen from an Auburn pitcher tonight.
Yeah. 1 windmill of the bat for Pena. Pitch, chop toward third. Guevara snags it, throws to first for the out. He darted in front of McCrane. It was headed for the 6 hole, and Guevara just snatched it and threw on the run for the out.
He is so good at coming in and getting the short hop.
Yep.
And he did there. And I'm not sure that if that ball gets to McCrane, he's able to throw out the runner.
I agree. Luke Williams, the hitter, was hit by a pitch in the 4th. He's also struck out. First pitch to him is upstairs for ball 1. Guevara in at third. Bingaman comes in on the edge of the green turf at first. Steele sets up the pitch. High again, 2-0. Nobody on, 1 out, bottom of the 6th, 4-0 Jacksonville State. Kulik. Set, deal. Strike. Fastball, 91, 2-1 the count to the number 9 hitter.
Look how shallow Bub Terrell is playing in left.
Yeah.
He is mirroring what Guevara is doing at third.
Pitch to Williams. High and outside, 3-1. Williams, the number 9 hitter in the order, was hit in the 4th. Now he's got a hitter's count in the 6th. Kulik ready. He fires. And he gets the inside corner. And the count's full. Auburn pitching has struck out 5 tonight. They've walked 3 and hit 2. Kulik's payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Placed a fastball on the outside corner at the knees. A good spot for the fastball.
And came back from 3-1.
Yeah. Half a dozen strikeouts now for Auburn pitching on the night. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. Back to the top of the Jack State lineup in Jackson Pate. Drew a bases loaded walk in the 4th. Walked and scored in the 1st. Guevara and Bingaman in on the corners in the first pitch down and away, ball 1. As we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. One-0 pitch to Pate is a called strike. Backdoor breaking ball. And it's 1-1 to the Gamecock center fielder. Kulik fires, misses outside with a fastball, 2-1. Bingaman and Guevara in from first and third. Middle infielder's back with 2 outs. The pitch, big swing.
Ooh.
Fouled straight back. Pate's helmet came halfway
I think
off.
he lost the bat, too.
He sure did. Top hand came off, then the bottom hand came off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Did he hurt himself?
It was an odd swing.
Sure did. He's flexing out that right arm. Swinging it off to his side. Now trying to swing the bat.
Very awkward.
Yeah. All right, he's going to give it a go. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Auburn looking for a 1-2-3 inning for the first time since the 3rd. 2-2 from Kulik. Is low.
Tried to get the outside corner.
Yep. And now Pate, who has drawn 2 walks tonight, has run the count full. He's walked 34 times on the season. By far their team leader. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Went after one that was up in the zone. And he's still trying to flex out that right arm as he heads back to the Jack State dugout. Kulik works a 1-2-3-6. That keeps the deficit at 4. We're through 6, 4-0. Tigers trail Jacksonville State. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Hey Tiger fans, it's college baseball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Backwards K's and Bar Burners. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this postseason. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Auburn baseball games or to any other live event in Auburn, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Auburn Tiger baseball. Let's go Tigers, SeatGeek.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
Listen to all things SEC, including live games in SEC this morning. Tune to Sirius XM SEC Radio Channel 374 and streaming on the Sirius XM app. Tigers trail 4-0. Time to get the bats going. Bingaman, Madrigal, McCrane due up for the Tigers in the 7th. We'll hand it back over to the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
It will be Bingaman, Madrigal, and Brandon McCrane against Judd Files after a terrific start by Ryan Garrity. So he went 5 1/3 innings, gave up no runs on 3 base hits. His night is done. He turned it over to Files, who got the final out of the 6th. And now Bingaman at the plate, 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice and a fly out to right. The pitch. Bingaman goes after the first pitch from Files and fouls it up and out of play off the right side.
On the Yellowwood scoreboard, they go to the bottom of the 9th, and Atlanta Mercer leads Georgia Tech 12-9.
Stretch, 0-1. Sweeps in to the corner. 0-2 to Bingaman. The right-hander Files comes set. Here's the 0-2. Missed outside, a ball and 2 strikes to Bingaman. 0 for 2 on the night. 10 homers and 36 runs batted in for the SEC co-freshman of the week. One, 2, drops low. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Bingaman. Bingaman leading off the Auburn 6th. The waste the 2-2 from Files. Here it is. Didn't get the call. It is Jacksonville State. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Just missed, maybe a little bit low. Home plate umpire doesn't want to hear it from the Jack State dugout. Full count now to Bingaman. Files comes set. Comes the pitch. Swing, a line drive into right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Leadoff single for the Tigers here in the 6th, and the first hit of the night for Ethan Bingaman. Kind of got it in on him, but he was able to muscle it out into right center field. And that brings Madrigal to the plate for Auburn.
It was belt high and a little in from the middle.
Bingaman jumps out to the lead. The pitch. Madrigal takes a strike on the outside corner. Eddie 0 for 2 on the night. He's fouled to left and grounded out into the shift to the second baseman Blauser.
Second time Auburn's had the leadoff man on base.
0-1, fouled back and out of play. Quickly 0-2, but remember, Files got to 0-2 on Bingaman before he worked a full count and a base hit.
That other time was the second inning. Auburn didn't score. In fact, it's the only time Tigers have had somebody in scoring position today.
No balls and 2 strikes to Madrigal, the pitch. Just a little bit up, 1 ball and 2 strikes to count.
And with 2 strikes, you shorten your swing. You don't mind going the other way. They've vacated shortstop in the shift. They've been positioned defensively very well tonight.
Lead by Bingaman. Here's the 1-2. Madrigal takes it low and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's a lot like Bingaman's at bat.
Shift to the right side of the infield. Lots of room left side if Eddie can go the opposite way. 2-2 pitch. And he sends it up the middle for a base hit. Well, Files has gotten ahead of both Bingaman and Madrigal. 0-2, and they both worked it back and both have singles. And Auburn has runners at first and second and nobody out here in the 6th.
First time Auburn has had back-to-back hits tonight. See if they can take advantage. Ty Thompson goes into the game for the Tigers to run at first for Madrigal. So we'll see somebody else hit in the DH spot when it comes up again.
So Thompson at first and Bingaman at second. Good speed on the base pass for Auburn. And here's Brandon McCrane, who is 0 for 1 on the night. Walk in the second, flied out to right in the 5th. Tigers trail 4-0. Stretch in the pitch. Gets away from the catcher. Bounces away. No chance at all for Ash. Bingaman goes to third and Thompson down to second base.
Well, if there was any thought to McCrane bunting there, and he's a good bunter, he didn't show it on that first pitch, and now you take that away. And he can go swing away here.
The wild pitch allows Bingaman to get to third and Thompson to second. And a 1-0 count to Brandon McCrane. Base hit could cut the lead in half right here. Pitch. Up and out of play right side. A ball and a strike to Brandon McCrane. 0 for 1 on the night. Has routinely been Auburn's second leading hitter most of this season.
Yep.
Runners get their leads at second and third. The pitch. In there for a strike. Ball and 2 strikes to Brandon McCrane.
Well, that sweeper to the righties has been a good pitch. Files hasn't shown it all that much, but it's been a very good pitch.
Runners at second and third. 1-2 the count to Brandon McCrane. Here comes the pitch. He tried the sweeper again, and he was able to foul it back.
And you could see Brandon leaning out, waiting.
A leadoff single for Bingaman. He's at third. Ty Thompson came in to run for Madrigal after his single. They're at second and third following a wild pitch, and another 1-2 to McCrane. Again, reaches out and spoils another good pitch and fouls it back here.
It's that same off-speed pitch 3 straight times, and Brandon's just staying down. He's tracking it all the way through.
All right, if you're Jacksonville State, are you tempted to come in with a fastball here?
Absolutely.
And if you're McCrane, are you thinking that?
I think so.
Another 1-2 pitch to Brandon McCrane. From Files, here it is. Missed inside. Didn't throw the fastball, but missed inside off speed. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. More activity in the bullpen for Jack State. Second and third, nobody out for Auburn here in the 6th. The pitch. Ball 3 inside to McCrane. Steele on deck for Auburn. Second and third, and nobody out for Auburn in the 7th. Excuse me, not the 6th, it's the 7th. 3 balls and 2 strikes to McCrane. Here comes the pitch. Chopper back to the pitcher, off of his glove to the shortstop. No play anywhere, and a run comes home to score. Back to Files, who got a glove on it. He deflected it away from the shortstop, Johnson, who adjusted, got to the ball, but had no play. Runners are at the corners. A run is home, and it's a 4-1 ball game.
And against a lot of other guys, maybe Johnson attempts that throw, but McCrane is maybe the second fastest guy on the team. He was flying down that first base line.
So it's a single for McCrane, and RBI. That gives him 26, and here's Steele with runners at the corners. And Auburn trailing 4-1. Stretch and pitch. Inside, almost hit him. Thompson went to third on the play. McCrane down to first. Bingaman came home to score. It's a 4-1 game. Nobody out for Auburn, and Steele at the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the night.
Jack State is in the shift, shortstop vacated. You got to try to maybe go the other way if you can't lift it.
Throw to first. Brandon McCrane, all 6'6" of him, dives back to the first base bag safely.
Now you have 2 very fast runners and runners at the corners. We talked about it earlier in the game. We've seen Auburn several times send the runner from first, try to get in a rundown.
1-0 to Lucas in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Auburn thought that pitch was high. You could hear the Auburn dugout.
I don't know if you do that down 3.
Well, Steele looks into Gabe Gross for the sign. Runners at the corners, a run home for Auburn. 1 out, we're in the 7th. 4-1 Jack State. 1-1 pitch. Steele chops it foul at the plate. 1-2. Bristol Carter on deck for Auburn. Tigers are on the board here in the 7th inning. Still nobody out. And Steele hit that one off the foot. I think his front foot, batting left-handed. His right foot against this right-hander, Jed Files. Well, get this run home for third at the very least, right? 1-2 pitch, runner goes. Pitch is low. No throw to second base. It's a stolen base for Brandon McCrane, his 16th of the season. A bluff by Ash, but he held it. And now a base hit.
Yeah, you got a 1-run game with a base hit here.
2-2 the count to Steele. The pitch. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Really good pitch. So runners at second and third with 1 out for Auburn now. And Bristol Carter to the plate. He's grounded to third. He's lined out to second. A partial shift to the left side for Carter. They cheat in at the corners the pitch. Bristol takes it outside for ball 1. 4-1 Jack State. 1 out. Runners at second and third for Auburn here in the top of the 7th.
Big hole on the right side. They bring Pena in at first.
Pitch. Swing and a miss. A ball and a strike to Carter. Brandon McCrane at second and Ty Thompson at third. Carter with 25 runs batted in this season. He's 0 for 2 tonight. The pitch. Outside, and a great backhand stab by Ash, the catcher, on a short hop. Saved a run.
Yeah, backhand short hop pick.
2 balls and a strike to Bristol Carter. Pena plays up at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
These are big swings by Bristol. You're going to have to shorten those up here with 2 strikes.
Top of the order, and Mason McCrane waits on deck. 4-1 the score, 1 out. Runners at second and third, top of the 7th. 2-2 the count to Bristol. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging on ball 3. just carved him up. And now it's up to Mason McCrane. Auburn had runners at second and third with nobody out in this inning. But Steele struck out and Carter struck out. Those runners remain at second and third, and McCrane at the plate. Mason is 0 for 3. He's lined to center, tapped back to the pitcher, and grounded into the shift to the second baseman. Stretch in the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. Wide open on the left side of the infield for Mason McCrane. As Files comes set in the pitch. He goes the opposite way and fouls it out of play. It's 0-2.
It was the right idea for sure.
4-1 Jacksonville State. 2 outs, 2 on for Auburn. Runners at second and third. And an 0-2 count to Mason McCrane. Files the stretch. Checks the runner at third in the pitch. Ground ball to Blauser in the shift to first, and the inning is over for Auburn. What could have been a very big inning for Auburn. The Tigers get 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. Actually, 1 run on 3 hits. No errors and 2 men left. To the bottom of the 7th we go. Jacksonville State 4, Auburn 1. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
There's team pride. And then there's extra Tiger pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
This game recap is presented by Regions Bank. Regions is a proud partner of Auburn University and the official bank of the SEC.
At Jacksonville State, Auburn trails 4-1. The Gamecocks scored a run in the first, getting the leadoff man on a 4-pitch walk to open the first. They did the same thing in the fourth, added 2 more runs in that inning, and lead 4-1. Auburn got a run in the top half of this 7th, but Auburn had runners at second and third and nobody out. But Steele and Carter both struck out, and Mason McCrane bounced out. And what could have been a big inning for Auburn, Tigers get a run, trail 4-1. Marcel Kulik back to work here in the 7th. He has thrown 18 pitches, and he will get the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Jacksonville State in the 7th. Caleb Johnson, Trey King, and Grayson Ash. Johnson is 0 for 3 tonight, including a 6-4-3 double play to get Auburn out of further trouble in the 4th inning. Stretch and pitch. Strike call on the outside edge. Kulik gave up a single to the first man he faced in the 5th. Since then, has set down 4 in a row, including a couple strikeouts in the 6th. Pitch on the way, high and away. 1-1 the count. 7 strikeouts tonight for Auburn pitching, including 2 for Kulik back in the 6th. Now the 1-1 to Johnson. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Off the outside edge, a ball and 2 strikes at 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's been he's placed that fastball well to a couple of lefties the last 2 innings.
Marcel works off the right side of the rubber and comes set. Shift on the right side of the infield. There's a swing on a fly ball into shallow center. Bristol Carter comes on and makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, changeup with 2 strikes. Had Johnson way out in front off the end of the bat. Took the sting out of the swing.
1 down, and here's Trey King.
Kulik is looking for a 4th straight appearance of an inning or more without allowing a run. And You move into this weekend and you move into the postseason, you feel really, really confident in 6 of Auburn's pitchers.
There's Trey King, first pitch, line drive, base hit to right. Off-speed pitch, and he turned on it. And then the ball gets away from McCrane, and the runner is safe at second base. It's going to be an error, and we haven't said that very often on Mason McCrane.
Just a misplay there, and heads up by King to see it and to take the extra base.
Kulik left an off-speed pitch up. King lashed it into right field, and McCrane just dropped it out there.
Yep.
And King into second base on the error by the Auburn right fielder. A runner at second with 1 out. Here's Grayson Ash, the catcher. Stretching the pitch. Pass ball that misses high. Ash batting .309 on the season. 7 homers and 53 runs batted in. Kulik stretches. Here comes the pitch. Ash foul past third. And outside the coach's box. A ball and a strike. Ash singled and scored in the 4th. He singled home, he singled in the 5th. He walked and scored in the 4th. And singled in the 1st. Stretch and pitch. Strike on the inside corner, 1-2.
All 4 well, no, not all 4 directly, but walks or hit batters have factored in all 4 of Jacksonville State's runs tonight.
Throw back to second. Runner is back. Conecuh Sausage, the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage, a game day favorite, always great on the grill. Pick up a pack at your local grocery store or visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama off I-65, exit 96. 1-2. Foul tip into the glove of Steele. It's a strikeout. The 3rd of the night for Kulik. The K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1.
Love the location of the fastball from Kulik in this outing. Up to right-handers. He's getting the swing and the miss or the tip into the mitt, and he's getting it at the knees and away from left-handers. Good placement on the fastball from Marcel.
Here's Brady Thomas. Singled homer run in the 1st. Singled and scored in the 4th and struck out looking in the 5th. A runner at second now with 2 outs in the 7th for Jack State. The pitch. It misses low. 1-0 the count. Found the corner but missed low. 2 outs, a runner at second base. Jack State leads Auburn 4-1. We're in the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 the count to Thomas. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Ball too low. Couple off-speed pitches. Both have missed low to Thomas, who is 2 for 3 on the night. Came into tonight hitting .295. He's up to .304 now. Outfield plays Thomas to pull. Stretch. Here comes the pitch. Ball 3 high and outside. Cooper Blauser waits on deck for Jack State. Kulik off the stretch. The 3-0 to Thomas. He walked him on 4 pitches. And that has not been a good recipe tonight for Auburn.
No, 2 other 4-pitch walks issued tonight by Auburn pitching, and they both come around to score.
Runners at first and second for Jacksonville State will bring Cooper Blauser to the plate. Fielder's choice in the 1st, hit by a pitch. He scored in the 4th and a single in the 5th. Matter of fact, he was the first one to face Kulik. And he may not get another opportunity to face Kulik again as Everett Tiefert is on his way to the mound.
Final on the Yellowwood scoreboard, Georgia Tech at home tonight falls to Mercer 12-9. That's a Mercer team that just got its 39th win of the year. So Auburn and Georgia Tech playing quality teams in the midweek before the final series of the regular season. And Mercer went into Atlanta and pulled off the upset 12-9.
Well, other SEC teams canceled their midweek game this week.
That's right.
After a warning letter came from the NCAA selection committee.
It'll be really interesting to see how much that actually comes into play when the selections are made.
We may not know.
Right.
But,
yeah.
All right, Blauser 1 for 2 on the night. Runners at first and second. In the bottom of the 7th, 4-1, Jack State leads it. Blauser singled to left in the 5th. Faces Kulik again, and the first pitch is downstairs for ball 1. King at second and to Thomas at first. Kulik the stretch. And the 1-0 to Blauser. Outside and high, 2-0. He struck out Ash. Since then, he has thrown 5 straight, make that 6 straight out of the strike zone. Kulik comes set. 2-0 to Blauser. Ground ball right to Guevara on a hop. He takes it to the bag, and the force out ends the inning. No runs, a hit, an error, and 2 men left. We go to the 8th. Jacksonville State 4, Auburn 1. Stay tuned, friends. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Looking for a street legal golf car? Diamond Golf Cars has the largest selection in the state, and the Auburn store is right off Oplacker Road, closer than you think. With locations in Auburn, Birmingham, and Huntsville, they've been raising the bar since 2012 in golf car sales and service. Need a tune-up? Diamond Golf Cars is full service for all your golf car needs, and they offer pickup and delivery, carrying brands such as EasyGo, Club Car, Yamaha, and much more. Visit DiamondGolfCars.com today and drive different. Drive Diamond.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Judd Fry is back to the hill for Jacksonville State. Throwing 36 pitches, has given up a run and thwarted a further rally for Auburn in the 7th. Boy, Tigers had 3 straight hits to open that inning, had a run home and runners at second and third and nobody out, but Fry's struck out Steele and Carter and coaxed a ground out from Mason McCrane to get out of the inning with just 1 run scored. And he goes to work against Auburn here in the 8th. With Guevara, Terrell, and Rembert to the plate for the Tigers. 4-1, Jacksonville State leads it. This Jacksonville State team on the road this weekend at Dallas Baptist, trying to wrap up a Conference USA crown. Auburn back at home to face the SEC champion, Georgia Bulldogs, starting Thursday night at 7. We're on the air at 6:45. Guevara 0 for 3 on the night. The pitch from Files hits Guevara up and in on the shoulder. And that's how the 8th inning starts, with the first pitch, a hit batter, and the Tigers have a runner aboard.
Leadoff man on last inning turned into an opportunity for more. Auburn wasn't able to cash it in, but we'll see if they can connect some at-bats here to start the 8th.
And here's Bub Terrell, who's 1 for 3 on the night. He singled back in the 6th, went the opposite way, struck out and popped up to short. Stretch and the pitch. Bub takes it outside for ball 1. Guevara hit on the first pitch here of the 8th. Tigers trail 4-1.
Files is at 39 or 38 pitches now.
Stretch and the pitch. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. There is activity in the bullpen. It's just that the bullpen is blocked. That part of the bullpen is blocked by the dugout for Jacksonville State. And we'll get a meeting on the mound.
Maybe whoever it is coming in. Steve Beeser, the head coach.
After the hit batter of Guevara, and then 2 straight off the outside edge against Terrell, and that will be it.
Yep, it'll be a lefty coming in.
As Jacksonville State makes yet another pepper tree call to the bullpen.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Pepper Tree pitching change for Jacksonville State. And they go to Chase Horst, a lefty, 5'11", 190, out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, a transfer from Cincinnati. Horst on the year, 18 outings, a 3-1 record, and an outstanding earned run average, 0.43. So Files had a .82 in 9 appearances. Horst almost half that in twice as many outings, 18 appearances for the lefty. Horst, 21 innings, 12 hits, 5 runs, only 1 earned. He's walked 11, struck out 19. He has hit 6 batters, given up 1 double, just 1 extra base hit allowed, 11 singles, 1 double. Team's batting just 164 against Chase Horst. A good outing for Files. All right, Files came on in the 6th. He went an inning and a third. He gave up a run on 3 hits. He got 2 big strikeouts, but he hit Guevara to start the inning.
Through 37 pitches, 23 for strikes. And he is responsible for Terrell at the plate as his Horse comes in with a 2-0 count on Bub. And Guevara at first and nobody out for Auburn in the top of the 8th. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes. That was 94. It's another, it is a lefty to face Terrell right here. 3 balls and no strikes to Bub. Here comes the pitch. Bub shows bunt, takes a strike. Just trying to distract.
And Horst took something off that. That was at 92.
Guevara with the lead, 3-1 the count to Bub Terrell. Here comes the pitch. He walked him. Missed down and away. That walk is charged to Files. And here is Chris Rembert. First and second, nobody out for Auburn in the 8th. Rembert singled to left in the 2nd. Singled to left in the 4th. Grounded out to the 3rd baseman in the 6th. Got Guevara at 2nd and Terrell at 1st. Pitch. Fouled back on a fastball at 92.
And with nobody out, trying to get these run, at the very least, trying to get them over.
Stretch by Horst in the pitch. Missed inside, but not by much. 1-1.
He's coming after that inside corner. Remember, he's hit 6 batters this year, so really lively fastball, occasional control issues.
Ball and a strike to count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. He threw the fastball by him at 92. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them go even further outside on Rembert right here.
I agree.
Guevara gets his lead at 2nd, and Terrell from 1st, the pitch. He did try to go outside, didn't quite get it there. It was elevated, and Rembert fouled it back.
Got a piece of it at 94 miles an hour.
Guevara hit by a pitch on the first pitch of the inning. Terrell walked. Now 1-2 to Rembert. Swing, lines one into right field. Long run right fielder. He is there to make the catch. Guevara tags, and he will go to third. Ball didn't have quite the carry off the bat that I thought. And Majette ran it down in right field for the first out of the inning. And here's Bingaman.
Heads up base running by Guevara, and perfectly timed tag at second.
Terrell remains at first, and Bingaman comes to the plate. A fielder's choice in the second. Fly to right in the fourth, a base hit, and he scored in the seventh.
Now the ball got away in left field on the warning track.
Stretching the pitch to Bingaman. Ooh, he had an off-speed pitch. He waited on it and fouled it back. Yikes. He has 10 homers and 26 runs batted in his freshman season at Auburn. Terrell at first, Guevara at third. Stretching the pitch. Fouled off the right side, out of play, 0-2. 94 on that fastball from Horst.
Yeah, slowed him down with the off-speed pitch to start, sped him back up with a fastball.
0-2 count, the pitch to Bingaman. Ground ball to the right side, second baseman Fields. Flips to short for one, to first, it's a double play. And the inning comes to a close. 4-6-3, Blauser to Johnson to Pena. And Auburn is going to challenge it.
No harm in attempting this in the 8th inning. It's a big play if you can get the extra out.
It was close at first.
Yeah.
It appeared the call was right. Now maybe Auburn's saying he came off the bag, perhaps. We'll see if we can get another replay of this one.
You get 2 challenges. And you don't lose anything but the challenge by attempting this here. No real downside to doing it. In the 8th inning, if there's any chance you keep the inning alive, I'm not sure you got a camera angle that shows it.
Throw was low to first. It was scooped up by Pena. That's close at first base.
Yeah.
I just don't know if there's enough there to overrule it.
Yeah. That angle from behind first base does show it. The original angle did not. Behind first gets a good look at it.
And that may be the only 2 angles we get.
Agreed. But they could slow down the first base camera and take a look. It's an excellent play by Blauser and Johnson. We said before the game, those 2 middle infielders don't take a back seat to anybody else. They're very good defensively.
And we will get the call coming. The double play stands and the inning comes to a close. Boy, Auburn has had grand opportunities in the last 2 innings and have not been able to take advantage. No runs, no hits, no errors, and Auburn leaves a man on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Jacksonville State leads Auburn by a score of 4-1. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. The CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
The ballpark is Rudy Abbott Field in Jacksonville, Alabama. Auburn trails Jack State 4-1 as we roll into the bottom of the 8th inning. Garrett Brewer is on for the Tigers on this Yellowwood call to the bullpen. Brewer, the 4th pitcher of the night for Auburn, 6'3", 174, junior left-hander out of Eau Claire, Michigan, the transfer from Michigan State. Brewer is 1-2 in 15 outings this year, all in relief, an earned run average of 5.29. 17 innings in 15 appearances. He surrendered 19 hits, 12 runs, 10 of those earned. He's walked 9 and struck out 25, so about a strikeout and a half per inning. Teams are hitting .271 against Garrett Brewer. Last time out, worked a scoreless inning against UAB a week ago tonight. 22 pitches, 1 hit, no walks, no runs, 2 strikeouts. Garrett Brewer, 4th pitcher of the day. Kulik, 2 1/3, 2 hits, no runs, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Good outing for Marcel Kulik.
Auburn pitching has struck out 8 tonight, gave up 4 runs through 4 innings. 3 coming in the 4th on 1 base hit. First pitch from Brewer, headed home, misses the inside corner to Majette. In that 3-run 4th inning, 3 runs on 1 hit, there was a walk and 2 hit batters in that inning for Jack State. The lefty Brewer pitches and gets the outside corner to Majette, who is 0 for 2 on the night. A ground out, a sacrifice fly, and an RBI, and a fly ball to center. Right on top of the plate from the right side. Now the 1-1 from Brewer. Missed outside. Ooh, got the corner. 1-2 the count. (4-1) Jacksonville State leads. Bottom half of the 8th. Bottom third of the order to face Brewer. Pitch on the way. Majette to the third baseman. Guevara stays down on that. Flips to first for the out.
You said it. That one was not the turf hop. That was rolled out there sharply, and Eric went down to the knee, stayed down on it, looked it into his glove. Textbook play by the Auburn third baseman.
Here's Orlando Pena, the first baseman. A sacrifice back in the 4th that plated the second run of that 3-run 4th inning. He is 0 for 2 on the night. First pitch, ground ball off the glove of Brewer. He gets to it, throws to first, and gets him. Nicely played. Brewer stayed with that one, reached down with a bare hand and threw out Pena at first base.
Should be a 1-1-3 put out, but they don't score it that way. Really, that is a good job, though. He didn't rush it, stayed poised, knew it didn't roll too far away, that he had time. Well played.
2 outs, and here's Luke Williams. 0 for 2 on the night, a couple strikeouts and a hit batter. Guevara comes up at third. Bingaman plays up at first. The pitch drops low. Ball 1. Two down and nobody out for Jack State. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Gamecocks lead the Tigers 4-1. Here's the 1-0 to Williams. Down the middle for a strike.
Looking ahead of the 9th, Auburn has the DH spot. Brandon McCrane and Lucas Steele. 6, 7, and 8 spots in the order due up.
1-1. Up the end of the bat, foul up the third base line. I think we will see Chase Freilich bat in one of those spots for Auburn in the 9th.
Very well may. That's a good point.
Did not get to start tonight. Slightly bruised heel. So Auburn keeps him out of the lineup to start it, but he could pinch hit for the Tigers. 1-2 to Williams as Brewer comes set. And the pitch. Missed high and away. 2-2. Fastball at 92 from the lefty. Garrett Brewer. Transfer from Michigan State. He stretches. 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging with a high fastball, and the inning comes to a close. Nicely pitched by Brewer. He sets down Jacksonville State in order, and it sets up the 9th. Jack State leads Auburn 4-1. Last chance for the Tigers here in Jacksonville. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Auburn University Board of Trustee member Bob Dumas.
My senior year, where we won it, was at Burning Tree in Decatur. Had some great teammates and great players, and it just all came together that week. We had been close. We had had a good year. We'd won several tournaments and felt like we had the capacity and the courage to do it, and we did. I think more was a very joyous time, of course, being the first. But I think later on, as you grow older, you begin to appreciate and value that much more.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
Jacksonville State trying to sweep the Tigers this season. They run-ruled Auburn earlier this year at Plainsman Park. Much closer tonight, but 3 outs away from a win, leading Auburn 4-1. It will be the DH role, and Todd Clay will pinch hit for the Tigers to lead off the ninth. Brandon McCrane and then Lucas Steele, the scheduled 3 for Auburn, to face Chase Horst, who came in the 8th. Gave up, well, he finished in at bat. The walk was charged to Files. First and second, nobody out. He got a fly ball to right off the bat of Rembert, and then got a 4-6-3 double play from Ethan Bingaman to get out of the inning unscathed. Todd Clay leads it off for Auburn. Clay batting 136 with 1 run batted in this season. The first pitch is outside for ball 1. A homer on the season for Clay. Auburn needs some base runners. Trailing 4-1 here in the 9th. Stretch in the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner from Horst. Left-handed Horst against the right-hander Todd Clay. Horst comes set. Comes the pitch. Clay swings and misses. Tried to hold up, could not. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Brandon McCrane on deck. Stretch and delivery. Clay fouls it back, got a good cut at that one. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lucas Steele in the hole for Auburn. Tigers trail 4-1 in the top of the 9th. SEC champ Georgia comes to town Thursday night, 7. We're on the air 6:45. Stretch in the 1-2 pitch. Clay swings and misses. Here's Brandon McCrane. Brandon walked in the 2nd, flied to right in the 5th, and reached on an infield single, stole 2nd, but was stranded in the 7th inning. That was Auburn's best scoring opportunity. They did score, but had more of an opportunity to score and did not do so. Tigers then got the first 2 men on in the 8th. Matter of fact, Auburn had runners at 2nd and 3rd and nobody out in the 7th, and only got the 1 run home. Auburn had 1st and 2nd, nobody out in the 8th, and didn't score. There's a pitch that's high and outside to McCrane. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out in the top of the 9th, and the Tigers trail to Jacksonville State 4-1. Stretch in the pitch. There's a strike down the middle. 91 in the fastball. 2 balls and a strike. Stretch in the 2-1. Strike 2. Right down the middle, 2-2. Brandon thought that pitch was low. Strike zone tonight from Christopher Judkins has been pretty consistent. Pitch high and outside. Count goes full to Brandon McCrane. Three balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to McCrane. Pops it up right side. That slices down the line. That's going to get out of play. Count remains full to Brandon McCrane. 4-1 Jacksonville State. We're in the top half of the ninth at Rudy Abbott Field and Jim K Stadium. It's a 40-win Jacksonville State team. One of 7 thus far this year to do so. 3-2 pitch. McCrane pops it up. Into shallow right. Majette comes on, and there are 2 outs. And Lucas Steele will bat with 2 outs and nobody on. He'll bat right-handed against the lefty, Chase Horst. Two outs and nobody on for Auburn here in the ninth. Pitch on the way to Lucas. Outside for ball 1. Bristol Carter waits on deck. He'd love an opportunity to try and keep this game alive. 1-0 to Lucas. Ball 2, high and outside. Horst struck out the pinch hitter Clay. And on a 3-2 pitch, coaxed a fly ball to right by McCrane. He's behind Lucas Steele, 2 balls and no strikes. Stretch in the pitch. Strike called on the outside edge. And he is throwing gas right now. And he's not trying to fool Auburn at all. 2 balls and a strike to Lucas Steele. Comes the pitch. Strike 2 on the inside corner. And Auburn within a strike of falling tonight to Jacksonville State. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitting Lucas Steele. The stretch and the pitch. A little bit up. Count goes full. Two outs and nobody on, and a full count to Lucas Steele. Horst off the stretch and the pitch. Foul back here. Fastball that was elevated, and Steele fouled it back. Couple baseballs for the home plate umpire, Christopher Judkins. He went to a full count to Brandon McCrane and coaxed a fly out. He's gone to a full count now to Steele. With 2 outs and nobody on, the pitch. Got him swinging a fastball up, and Jacksonville State wins it. Final score, Jacksonville State 4, Auburn 1. Stay tuned, Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's